Hello, everyone. It's a totally formal start to the show.
Sorry, would you prefer?
There we go, the sound effect. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Adventurers Wanted, Omen. Hey! I mean, you can all do better than that, so let's try that again. Welcome to Adventurers Wanted, Omen. There we go. Good. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm not trying to rap with you with my knee up on a chair. I have pulled my hamstring. So I'm going to be sitting in a slightly peculiar pose all night. Hope that's okay with everyone, and no one's going to be creeped out by my...
Hi, I'm your new dad.
Yeah, your new dad is basically what this look is. And also, if I was your new dad, wouldn't it be weird? Good. Right. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons tonight. I'm Chris, and I am your Dungeon Master. So, is everyone in this room familiar with Dungeons & Dragons? I see a couple. Any sort of, no, not really, it's a thing, Stranger Things? Anyone? No? Good. Lovely. Excellent. Yes. I won't get into too much detail then. For those who are a little bit new to it, everyone on stage is playing a fantasy character in a fantasy universe. The four people to my left and right all have their own individual characters. They have their own individual character sheets with numbers on them that tell them what they can do. And they'll be rolling dice to see how well they do things. 9 times out of 10 we're rolling a d20. That is a 20-sided dice like this. 20s are good. 1s are hilariously bad. So feel free to boo and or cheer depending on how you feel at that point in time. And I'll be playing everything else. So people, buildings, monsters, weather patterns, that fly in the corner, or me. So I'll be doing all of that throughout the next 3.5 hours-ish. 3.5 hours is indeed how long this show runs for, because D&D takes a long time. So, in that vein, if you feel the need to pop out for any reason, please do. We will not be upset. We will not be angry. It will die a little inside. That's just us. But feel free to go down to the bar, grab a drink, go to the loo, whatever. That is entirely your prerogative. We will have a 15-minute break about halfway through. I'll have to time that based on what happens, because most of this is improvised. So hopefully we'll find a good time to break, and I will need to smoke. But yes, apart from that, we should be able to make it work perfectly well. So you have joined us in an ongoing adventure. We do put stuff online on YouTube, so you can catch up if after today you're going, oh, what's going on? That's totally fine. It's all online for you to catch up on. I will try and condense it down as much as I can for now. The 4 players to my left and right, well, 3 of them, because 1 is a new mystery character.
Who could that be?
It's clearly you.
I was trying to increase the mystery, Chris.
But you gave it to... Oh, sorry, Joe. So, 3 of the players here are members of a team of interplanar monster hunters called the Viridescent Order. Viridescent is a fancy word for green. They are hunting down agents of a great elder evil throughout the multiverse called Cthulhu. That's Cthulhu, not Cthulhu. I can see how you might get those confused. They are entirely different legal entities. In doing so, 2 of our team have become lost. And not just lost as in, ooh, they don't know which way to turn. They are lost in the space between worlds. Because there is a space between worlds, and in our universe it's called the Dream. So we're going to have fun exploring that today, chaps. That's what's going to happen. You are lost in the dream. Hopefully there'll be no nightmares.
What do you mean, hopefully?
And
yeah, what do you mean, Homer? I don't want to punch something.
Yeah, exactly.
And on the other side, we have someone who will be joining the party in some way, shape or form, and the rescue effort.
It's just me.
It's just you. Just you.
They don't
really
care
care
very
about
much.
I was going to say, let's know we're valued.
Oh, very, very.
Without
She's
further
an avenging
ado.
angel. It could be worse.
It's true. Before we dive in too far, why don't we go around the table? Could you please give us your character's name, the pronouns they use, your name and your pronouns too, if you feel like sharing, and give us a sentence about your character as well.
Okay. I'm Ed. I go by he, him. My character is called Equinemius Brown, and him is a tabaxi fighter. If you can imagine a 6'5" Black Panther in a long trench coat with a gun.
Nice.
Yes.
Hey, I'm Chaz, he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Speaker, also he, him pronouns. He is a Goliath monk, so in your head, if you picture a 7.5-foot tall, grey-skinned, bald man, shirtless, but with some simple trousers and a camel coat. He likes punching things because he comes from a civilization where punching is how they solve all their problems.
And a diplomat, therefore.
Yes, he is the greatest diplomat in the land for being the best fighter.
There we go.
I'm Emma. You might have been expecting David Olwyn. I'm not David, I'm Emma.
Yeah, David's in Tel Aviv. That's a non sequitur I'm not going to explain.
I use she/her pronouns, as does my character Char, who is an Asimar rogue/fighter. One sentence, really?
Yeah, one sentence. One sentence.
She was grown 2 days ago by a god of creation. She has red hair and is wearing leather armour.
Nice.
Must be a
Wait,
weasel.
what?
Oh, yeah, you guys don't know that yet.
No, I do. Why don't you?
He hasn't watched it.
No spoilers!
In character.
Oh, no,
Just doesn't know.
Excuse me for being method and the only professional of the table.
True enough.
Yes, there has been some strange jiggery-pokery, timey-wimey with Char. She was indeed grown in a strange planetary creche under the ground with gelatinous walls about 2 days ago, but then taken back in time 30 years to be the age she is now.
Holy Matrix Batman.
Chris made my character a mushroom. That's what happened.
Must be a real fun guy.
Oh. And Grace,
you could just leave.
a very quick overview of your character as they will be introduced as part of this story, but just people have a nice image in their heads when you tell them.
I'm Grace. I use they, them pronouns. I will be playing Kith Veer, who also uses they, them pronouns. I think I'll stick with the description that I gave you earlier, which is my flying dinosaur nerd.
You said flying dinosaur nerd Jesus.
It was comma Jesus.
Oh, right.
The context I will give you was I'm very excited to play my flying dinosaur nerd, comma Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Not, well, I guess we'll see.
I'm
as
just going to
the game
rewrite the
unfolds.
plot.
If
Hang
you're the
on.
Messiah, we're in. It's going to be
This is a
fascinating.
bad situation.
Cool.
Jesus was a dinosaur? What are you doing to me?
And a nerd.
Good.
I think it's pretty fair to say Jesus is probably a nerd. A dinosaur we'll have to talk to David Icke about. Right, so, Chloe, can I have the worst music imaginable, please?
Oh, the absolute worst.
The absolute worst. Yeah, just like...
Celine Dion.
You can have this for now, and I'll try and find
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
If you badmouth Celine again, I'm walking out.
It was a question, I think.
Would you say that would be a hill that you would die on?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm very glad I'm not all by myself here.
Speaker. Equi.
Yes, sorry.
You can't see this.
That's what they always say to me.
But you are both in a strange room. The walls are fleshy. The light is pulsating. There is no clear entrance or exit. Next to you, Copper, David's character who's in Tel Aviv, stands motionless, their robotic form catatonic. The two of you lie sprawled across the ground.
Have I still got my gun?
You have all the things you would have.
Cool. Quite important.
You are both at 1 hit point.
Oh, shit. See, I thought I had 11.
No,
I thought that wasn't much. But no.
1.
I would like to stand up.
You can't because you're asleep. As I said, you can't see this.
Gotcha.
All right.
Chloe, when I did the hissing thing, does that work?
What do you mean by work?
Right.
Is it picked up by the speakers? Yes, we'll deal with that.
I'll do something else.
But if I'm asleep, you're asleep as well.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, I was.
You are both asleep, yes.
No, that's fine.
Everyone here is asleep. You are not alone. When you stepped into the dream after your strange Christmas adventure,
Yes.
Previous issue, True Believers.
yeah, you tried to traverse the dream with your guide, Alcona,
Yes.
and something went horribly wrong.
Oh, shit. That's a real problem.
Yeah, it is.
For my character development, damn it.
You don't know what happened,
Oh, my fucking god. Right, okay.
but the two of you at this point are fast asleep.
Fine.
Speaker,
Yes.
what is Speaker scared of?
That's a really good question.
I know.
Don't know what Speaker's scared of, really.
Bastard.
weakness and vulnerability in all of as umbrella terms,
Mm-hmm.
and the specific things that they relate to that may or may not have been mentioned in the backstory.
Nice.
It's the hissing he was talking about. That's what the hissing was.
Edward,
Yes.
what is Equi scared of?
Chains with spikes.
Sometimes it's the golden oldies that make it work best.
Yes.
Good.
There were a lot of them in his past.
Speaker,
Mm-hmm.
you're home. Describe home.
Well, it depends what time of day it is.
Whenever you want it to be. Whenever you'd be most comfortable.
Oh, nighttime.
Yep.
Got the 3 moons in the sky.
Yep.
Got those beautiful, tall, purple fields. All the big mountains stretching up, they break the cloud line. It's really nice. Really nice.
Who's with you?
He is.
Mm-hmm. What are you two doing?
Sitting on a cliffside and seeing how the wind rustles the purple fields. There's no need to say any words. Words are meaningless anyway.
It's been a long time since you felt his presence. Yet it feels so real. Maybe the last 3 years of being picked up to travel through dimensions to fight monsters is all a dream. Maybe you were always home, always happy. Roll me a wisdom saving throw, would you?
Yep.
Ooh.
8.
You blink and the fields are on fire. They're burning all round you. He turns to you with fear in his eyes. Again, no words.
We're fairly far from the fields, aren't we?
Yeah, they're beneath you. But the light's reflecting off the side of his face.
There's nothing I can do.
Why is there nothing you can do?
I can't get down there. The fields are huge.
And the burning is spreading all around you. The mountains are on fire?
Oh no, that that is worse.
Everything around you is ablaze as he looks into your eyes. He doesn't speak, because you as a culture don't speak.
There's no clear path. There's nowhere where it's even tamer than any other flame.
You're all no.
Oh no.
His face slowly starts to singe. Just blackening slightly by the cheekbones, brow. Goliaths don't have exposed hair. If they did, it would be on fire too.
He's around the same height as me, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I just try and cover him at least, shield him a bit from...
You can't move. You're locked in place as a tongue of flame starts to burn in the corner of his eye.
I can't even look away, can I?
No.
No.
And his whole face just slowly gets set alight. The look in his eyes still exactly the same. He's too proud to ask for help. He's saying he's sorry. He's sorry that he wasn't strong enough. And as you watch, fire slowly burns across and engulfs him. He's still a humanoid figure, but any recognizable features are just blackened bone. Out of character for him, he leans forward and just says to you, "This is child's play. What is beneath that fear?"
I would 100% recognise that as something completely different.
Out of character, completely.
But I still can't move.
No. You can talk,
I can talk.
though. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to talk.
No.
Not now.
Make a D&D character that talks for a live show. That's great. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you react in any way?
Burning rage?
Mm-hmm. I think next he'll drown. That continues for quite some time. Various iterations of
Everything dies.
your one true love dying in many horrific ways, and you being powerless to stop it. Equi,
Yes.
you're in chains.
Yes.
Can someone give me a drink?
You are in chains.
Yes.
It is dark.
Yes.
You can't see.
Mm-hmm.
You can just feel the weight of the manacles around your wrists and around your ankles,
Yeah.
a feeling you felt before.
Yes.
What are you trying to do?
See if there's any give, but with like, oh no, I'm only on 1 hit point. But with a panicky enough that it would have to draw blood to stop me trying to get out of them. But then once I do, it would be a complete catatonia.
You rub your wrists raw, twisting against the chains, trying to pull. You can't see anything.
Yeah.
There is occasionally a faint glint of light off metal around your arms, just enough for you to remember that you're manacled.
Yeah.
And as you shift against, panicked, trying to find a way out of this, you realize very quickly that you're not strong enough to break free of this.
Never have been.
No.
Right. Once blood has been drawn on the wrist, then it will just be a collapse and gentle shivering.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit!
Come on, man.
I don't know. 18.
You blink,
Uh-huh.
and you see the room as described earlier.
The
This
fleshy.
fleshy.
Yeah.
Around you are, it's hard to count, 50, 100, many, many bodies.
Wow.
They are all either asleep or dead.
I can tell that.
The smell's pretty evident.
Gotcha.
The ones that are dead have just wasted away.
Are they being subsumed by the?
No,
Oh. Wow.
the body has just not eaten, not drunk, not done anything, and
Yeah.
has collapsed.
Okay. Can I move?
Try.
I would try and. I'm lying back, right?
However you like to be.
Yeah. So I think I would be waking up and doing that to look round. So I try and sit up.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Absolutely.
Cool. I feel for my gun straight away.
You have everything you own.
I look around for anybody who I recognise.
Speakers nearby.
I go over and try and rouse him. Nothing's happened.
Eyes are glazed over. It's
Right.
almost like he is comatose.
I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to give him a slap.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything happen?
No.
Shit. Okay, cool.
Copper is standing nearby, just locked in place.
Yeah. I'm going
Big
to
old robot.
Yeah, I'm going to go over and sort of poke at it, and then maybe give it a sort of small kick, and if it doesn't do anything, yeah, one of those ones.
Nothing. The lights are off. No one's home.
And I've got. Have I not? No. Dark vision. Yeah. So
Yes,
I've
you
got
have.
60 vision dark.
It's not that dark in here. There's a
Right.
faint pink undulating light.
But so I'm going to try and see if I can find any exit or entrance. Trying to step over the bodies. Trying not to step in any bodies.
Cool. Can you roll me a dex saving throw, please?
Yes. 11.
Cool. As you're stepping around, you manage to step around most, and there are bodies all over.
Yeah.
And one you sort of stumble into, but as you impact it, it's the first time anything's impacted it, and you don't know how long, and it just crumbles.
Yeah. Well done. Yeah. Okay. And my search reveals
You've already rolled it, it's 11. Oh, that's a dex saving throw.
That
No,
was
roll me a
11.
perception check. Why not?
perception.
Yes, please.
12.
Mhm. The entire room appears to be pretty much solid.
Yeah.
There are no doors, no walls, no entrances, no exits, nothing.
So I'm going to get my dagger out and see if I can score into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Just like very gently, very.
Mhm.
And what happens?
You score into the wall, it splits like flesh.
Does it now?
It does.
Does there seem to be a seam of any kind anywhere? Like
No.
I mean, as in. Okay. Okay.
A voice echoes in the back of your head. Impressive start.
What do you want?
I want to know what you're really afraid of.
You had me pretty good back there.
No. No, it goes deeper than that. It always goes deeper than that. Is it the dark? Is it being unable to move?
None of that's good.
No, but there's something connecting them all, isn't
I
there?
stab the wall.
Mm-hmm. It bleeds a sort of pink liquid,
Yeah,
and
no,
there's a
but
sort of faint chuckle in the back of your head.
Yeah, no, it would have been a like step and then step back.
Yeah, just sort of a... like Ica.
Yeah.
Go on.
I only want to get out.
I have no reason to let you go.
How will you stop me?
By all means, keep trying.
Okay. I want to try and carve like a circle,
Mm-hmm.
but with the blade. It's kind of like you're coring an apple, if you see what I mean. So,
Yeah,
so there might be something I would be able to pull out.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm going to try and do that.
Go ahead. Well, make an attack roll, Ed, for God's sake.
When you say go ahead, I take it literally. 11. It's a yes.
You
Hitting
do
should be a
start
problem.
to cut through this fleshy substance, and it is sort of spilling over your hands now, and it is quite sticky and quite viscous.
Does it smell of anything?
Not in
Then
and
I'm
of
familiar
itself.
of-
Not in and of itself, no. The room still smells of death, but the thing itself does not smell of much.
Could be worse.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, really?
Yes, please.
Really. Natural 20.
Yay!
You can feel something trying to cloud your mind, and you shake it off and keep going. Roll another
I'm
attack
gonna
roll.
do it harder. What?
We do another attack roll. Yeah.
Yeah. What is the thing? 9.
You are
Got a
slowly.
+7.
You are slowly edging away at this wall, and you are cutting deep, but behind it is just more of this
Flesh. Yeah.
viscous flesh.
Hmm.
Like it goes on. Like you're now reaching about that far in, and it's just over and over again.
Fisting the wall, am I? I see.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go back over to speaker,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna see if I can draw blood with my dagger.
Okay,
Just a
he is
little-
unconscious
Just a
and
little prick.
comatose, so you can easily draw blood. He also has 1 hit point.
That's what I mean.
You can see that he
It's
is
an
very badly hurt.
It's an experiment. It's the thing of like a pinprick to try and wake him up. It's the sort of second thing. Otherwise,
Cool. You stab him with your dagger, he starts bleeding, looks like he's dying.
No. It was supposed to be like a pinprick.
He has 1 hit point, Ed.
Fine. If that doesn't wake him up,
No, it really doesn't.
Okay, now hang on. If I've got everything that I'm supposed to have,
Yeah.
I'm on 1 hit point as well, right?
Yep.
You're not going to be able to get
Yeah.
Use your
I'm not
bleeding
getting
healing
that,
potions.
Yes, that's just what I was going to say. Given that we're both on 1 hit point, I have 2 healing potions.
I have a
now.
reprise, I can't find my dice.
Yeah.
Would you like someone else to get that for you, Chris?
Nah, it's fine. I'll use a different one. Oh, thank you,
Oh.
Steve. Yay.
Steve, that is the only time you've ever seen a D20 before anyone else.
Steve plays with us and forgets D20s, don't worry.
That was a lot of shade right there. That was amazing.
He's currently on 2 successes.
No, I'm giving him the healing potion. So, yes. So, 1 potion of healing, which I believe is 2d6 plus.
Because he's asleep.
Oh, good God. Right, okay, so hang on. So a healing potion does
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Yeah, it's standard.
Okay. So you get.
You should have 3.
I know, but I already took 1 last time. The beast didn't kill themselves, and you've only got 4. I'm so sorry.
4 is all I need to not be dying.
This is, yeah. The speaker stops dying, and you can see that he now has some hit points left.
I, on the other
But he
hand,
doesn't wake up.
have 7, so it was for a total of 8.
Yep.
That will do.
That's absolutely fine.
Okay. This infuriates me slightly, so I'm then going to go back over the wall and give it a real good digging. I am willing to make as many wisdom saving as many saving throws as I need to. Digging, I said.
And you keep digging.
Yeah. I will not get bored, and I will not stop.
Sorry, I was just giggling about the possibility that I might have died without me realising
Yes.
it.
Due to me coming up and going.
Oh, ye little thing. You keep digging,
Yes.
and you're digging, and you keep feeling like you're nearly there,
Oh.
and you're digging deeper and deeper.
Do I-
Hours pass,
I was going to say keep going through membranes, kind of.
days pass. You still have 1 hit point. Wasn't real.
I hate you. Fine.
And you keep feeling like you just about,
Woken up or something.
or about to escape, but you never do.
Okay.
In the room, you're still asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, what? So
Speaker's
when
still
I
asleep.
so
None
I,
of it ever happened.
okay,
You just kicked yourself up at dream level.
fine. Nice.
So the hotel corridor did all that. And just because you were in a van that was doing that.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
shame.
Yeah.
So I've just been tunneling through a fleshy. Oh wow.
And you
okay.
still are.
Yeah, good. Just get myself lost doing that. That's fine.
And there's this constant feeling that you might escape, but you
Might.
don't.
Oh, that's me. Okay.
Get back to the Nexus, please, Chloe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can definitely be there.
Thank you.
Maybe 30
We need to
seconds.
The Viridescent Order are based out of a separate plane of existence called the Nexus, which is all clockwork. And various clockwork interlocking teeth and gears make up all of the walls, floors, ceilings, all the rest of it. A bit quieter, maybe. There we go.
Jeez, someone turn up the volume.
Wisartress, the leader of the Order, was having a chat with you at the end of the last episode.
Yeah.
As that conversation ends, would you wait a moment?
I don't have a lot of choice, do I? I'll just start tidying. My room is really untidy, and I want it to be tidy again.
She's not paying attention to you. She
I'm just.
sits.
The books were like slightly off, and I'm just making sure they're all straight.
The other team should be back by now.
Yeah. Too true.
Meanwhile,
Wait, who was on the other team?
Copper and Speaker and Equinemius.
Wow.
Yes, it was quite one of those missions where they needed to be quite feisty. I thought the
That's
three of
not
them
what I was
together.
thinking.
What were you thinking?
Nothing.
Char, if we're to have any trust between us, I must know what you're thinking.
You grew me 2 days ago. I don't trust you.
Well, that's very disappointing. I trust you implicitly.
Because you grew me.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah, that doesn't have to go in reverse, and that's disgusting.
I'm
Really?
sorry, the tea was too hot. Well, be it as it may. I am going to go and see if I can delve a bit deeper into this, because this is not how it happens.
I mean, I guess if you saw the future and you saw them coming back, otherwise you wouldn't have sent them, right? If you hadn't seen them coming back.
It's never quite as precise as that, but yes.
Did you know that Roland was going to die?
Yes.
Do you know when I'm going to die?
Yes.
When am I going to die?
Well, I wouldn't tell you.
Why not?
I don't like to say things that alter the future.
But if I know when I'm going to die, then I can, really give it my all in the now.
The thing about death that people seem to consistently get wrong is it's not something to be feared. Every death has a purpose. So does yours.
Great.
So does mine.
Wait, you actually die?
Everything dies, Char.
Do you know when you die?
Yes.
Is that not terrifying?
No. It simply means I have time to prepare.
Prepare what?
Everything so that when I die, things keep going as they should.
But once you're dead, you don't really get a say anymore as to how things should go, because you're dead.
It's very narrow-minded of you.
You programmed my mind.
No, I didn't. Hellas did. The ancient god that made you did. I am simply the
know.
curator. The caretaker, if you will.
Is anybody else here? Have you got Charles hidden away down the corridors or something?
No, there's only one you. Well, there are multiple yous, but there's only one you, if you see my meaning.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
I'm going to go and research this further because I am somewhat confused. Can you get yourself ready to, head out if needed?
I mean, I literally took nothing off, so yes, I'm ready.
Splendid. Splendid. I will go and have a look in the crystal ball. Excuse me.
Really?
Yes, they're very effective.
It's just so cliched.
Sometimes cliches exist for a reason.
I shall call her Mystic Mary.
I will just stay here in my room.
Tidying.
No, it's pristine again. It didn't take very long.
Oh, fine.
It was artificially untidy. Great.
Excuse me. She steps out of your room and walks away. You are in your room by yourself.
Well, there's nothing in here. I'm going to go to
Jupiter.
see
Which of your partners?
the Fire Genassi's name I've forgotten because I didn't bring my notes.
Calcine. You're going to see Calcine. Calcine is a Fire Genassi, again, non-binary.
What's a Genasi?
A Fire Genassi is the child of a genie.
Awesome. Okay.
And a human, usually.
Understood.
It's normally with a human,
Understood.
because, D&D. Right, so...
Everything can breed with humans.
Exactly.
Or humans will breed with
Well,
anything.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, probably better way of putting it.
Universal tone.
Where would you presume to find Calcine?
In the bar.
Correct.
There is a bar. It's the kitchen.
Yep.
Just with drinks.
Yeah. It's like a student flat. It's great.
Isn't that every bar?
They are unsurprisingly at the bar drinking. Their hair is currently burned to quite a low smoulder.
Tap him on the shoulder.
What? Oh. Hey.
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 Mm-hmm.
Bad day? Long day?
Just a day.
Yeah, lots of those.
Yeah.
So I guess you've heard by now.
Heard what?
Well, someone put it on the fridge.
I've not looked in the fridge in 7 years.
What do you eat? Yeah, fair.
They walk over to the fridge and look at it. Says here that you were grown.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Great.
Is it? Sorry. Are you okay?
Should we just go back to my room? Would that make you feel better?
No. I need to
Drink?
ask how you feel.
I don't feel like you actually want to know how I feel. You're
I
just
do
like,
want to know how you feel.
can I roll insight?
Yeah.
That's cocked.
Literally in this case.
21.
They are telling the truth. They do care about how you feel. They're just awful at showing it.
Great. I am not who I thought I was.
Okay. Is that a problem?
Kind of exist in a cult of personality, so yes.
You exist in a cult of what?
Well, everything I did, I worked, I got all these contacts, and that was all me, but then maybe it wasn't me.
It's still you. You're still you. Nothing's changed. You're still who you are. What's the big deal?
Kind of hard to argue with that.
Yeah. I mean, were you really there going oh, who am I? Taking the piss.
No.
Would you like a drink, Char?
Yes.
What would you like to drink?
Something probably non-alcoholic. That is empty. Are
Oh,
you
sorry.
buying me an empty drink?
Sorry, to replace it with a full one.
I still don't want your empty drink.
Fourth wall is soundly broken. They hand you a glass of what they are drinking in a new glass.
What are they drinking?
Fire whiskey.
I pour that into theirs and get a glass of wine.
Right? Yeah.
That stuff burns. Yeah. Fair.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Char,
Yes.
this is going to be a peculiar request.
Oh, more peculiar than the last 6 requests, including go and kill someone who looks exactly like me.
Yes.
Great.
I need you to open a portal and step through it into the space between where all the portals go.
That's not a thing.
I was not aware of it either, but apparently that is where they are lost.
No, Cogwyn said some stuff about portals, and I don't think that's a thing.
It is what I was told. I must presume it is correct. Anya will know more.
Oh, okay.
You will find someone there to guide you.
On the other side of the portal.
Yes.
In the space where things aren't.
Yes.
Are you just trying to kill me? Is that
No.
what's happening now?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
You can't say no and then yes. How do I know which one you mean?
I was checking to see if I knew. And I do know. It's no, I'm not trying to kill you. I think they genuinely need our help.
Who?
Speaker, Copper, and Equinemius.
Well, I guess I better go find them.
Mm-hmm.
Or... I like Speaker.
I do not really care for who you like.
You don't care for Speaker?
No, it's not really relevant, is it? I mean...
No, you tell me what to do and I'm going to go do it because you pay me very well.
Yes, I do.
Cool.
Thank you. Hello, Calcine. Hey. All right.
Guess you can have this then.
Oh no, more for me.
You should maybe consider eating something, at some point.
I'll eat when I'm dead.
That's not how that saying goes. Gonna go find Anya.
Cool, you head to the portal room, the large shard of green crystal that exists throughout the Nexus is jutting into this room.
Can I go see Ickle first?
Of course you can.
Ickle.
Ickle is the quartermaster.
Oh,
The
yes.
Kobold. Yeah.
Ickle?
Yeah.
Did you get enough sleep? Like, what is...
I never
everyone's-
get enough sleep, Char.
Okay. So, I need to go fetch Copper, Speaker and Equin.
Yes.
And right, they're all much bigger than me.
Yeah.
So like, if they're in any trouble, I won't actually be able to do anything because, you know, I can't like lift up anything.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you've seen me try and lift up things and it never...
Yeah.
Yeah, you're stronger than me. It's really fucking embarrassing. Ickle's a kobold.
It was tiny, 2 foot tall.
Do you have
Glasses
anything
out of there.
like lifty?
What?
Like lifty?
Like a lever?
No, that like lifts people up.
Like a lever.
No, but a lever only like...
You're making the sign of a lever.
I don't want a lever!
But with a lever you can lift anything.
But then it's stuck at the top. I want something
Sure,
like...
I don't know what you want.
I want like a thing that I can like take someone with me if they're really heavy and I can't carry them.
You haven't got anything like that, Char.
Got anything that makes anybody less heavy?
No.
How about some more rope?
Oh yeah, you got tons of rope.
Great.
You have as much rope as you like, that's fine.
Quite a lot of rope.
Cool. You
And-
have 150 feet of rope.
Can I get extra healing potions?
No.
Worth a try. Fine, I'll go see Anya.
You head down to the portal room, as described earlier. The Anya is working with the gears and cogs next to the crystal. Looks up. Yeah. Hi. Wow. Cool. Hey.
You read the fridge then?
Yeah. That's creepy and weird.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah.
It's super cool as well, though. Kind of turned on. We'll come back to that.
Great.
So, what?
Space in between portals doesn't exist.
What?
Not
That's
a
not a
thing.
thing. No, there's nothing there. It's like punching through paper. What?
So you have to send me there.
What?
That's what Wasatra said.
Right. All right. Her hair changes colour from the pink side-swept bob into something more like my hair. And she goes, right, okay. Cool, starts grinding away at various gears, and a portal does open up and then stutters, and it doesn't have that normal sort of punch-through effect like something's happening. It just opens, and there's a sort of faint pinkish mist through it.
That looks weird. Did you do something wrong?
I mean, I just, opened a portal, but didn't tell it where to go.
That sounds really, really worrying. I'm really worried. Are you worried? Should I be worried?
Nah, sticks her head in. Just... I mean, it's a...
I can't hear you.
It's just a pink cloud.
Well, it can't be any worse than, killing myself. So,
Oh, I see. I thought you meant... No,
Yeah,
no, definitely. Well, if you wanna, I mean... Ta-da!
Great.
Yeah.
So, I'll see you when I get back.
Sure.
Great. In I go.
You step up to the portal and look through it, and there isn't that sort of sense of there being a passage that you can step into and through. Is it just an opening into pink mist?
Great. Can I see anything that isn't pink mist?
Roll a perception check.
Oh. That's actually a 22.
No!
Damn you, Christopher.
Damn it. Can I set the mist on fire with my sword?
You pull out your sword and light it.
Yeah.
The sword, yes, yes. Her sword has a fire genie trapped in it. Whoom, lights up, and you sort of poke into the portal. And there's this strange
Oh
sort
no,
of...
I thought it was mist. I've stepped through.
You step through.
Yeah, I'm not investigating the portal that deeply. I'm just going through.
Cool, you start falling.
Great.
Just... There's nothing. You're just falling through pink mist now.
Could be worse.
Can I see anything?
No?
This
Can
is
I
in the
feel
upper tier of
anything?
current character situations.
Can I feel anything?
No?
Can
Just
I?
pink mist.
How long have I been falling for now?
About a minute.
Can I tie a lasso
Oh, thanks, mate.
with one of my bits of rope
Yes?
and just like throw it randomly?
Roll a d20 and let's see. Like,
No, that's 4.
no? Well, you can. You do. Just. You're just falling through pink mist. And you are definitely falling. You can feel air passing past you. I say air. This sort of gaseous cloud passing right past you.
You didn't forget that I'm not one of the types of SML that can fly, right? Cool. Well, this seems fine. Hello? Hello? Well, I guess I'll just wait to hit the bottom and die.
How much time do you keep falling for?
Some rescue party you
You just went full Alan Bennett.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you just wait until I collide with the bottom and die.
Hopefully the bottom will have some more people.
Does it not stop?
No.
Stop! Stop falling. Stop falling. Stop falling.
You think stop falling?
Yeah.
Cool. Roll me an intelligence saving throw.
I'm so good at those.
Yeah.
12?
You start to slow. Do you want to slow to a stop?
Yes.
You do. You are now just floating in pink mist.
Great. Okay, that worked. Can I think about walking towards speaker?
Sure.
I'm actually going to walk as well, but I'm thinking about walking towards speaker.
As you start walking, when you imagined walking, what did you imagine walking on?
Kind of like the stereotypical how you imagine walking on a cloud, like sort of bouncy.
And as you step onto a cloud, it starts to poof, bounce underneath you. And you are now walking on a cloud into the pink mist.
Do I have any sense of where I should be going? Or
No.
No? Okay, well, I'm going to assume, using the power of, positivity, that whichever direction I'm walking in is the direction speaker is in.
Lovely.
Keep walking. Keep
You
walking.
are walking.
Great. Just walking. How long do I walk for?
We'll come back to that.
Great.
Grace. It's not been a good day, has it? No. You're on the outskirts. To call it a village would be simplistic, of where your tribe lived. It's been devastated. All of the various chunks of land and pieces of building that you sort of netted and threw together to create this community has been torn asunder, pieces idly floating, some debris floating out of them in the distance. Why were you away?
I heard of another portal opening nearby the village, and knowing what that could mean for the dream, I went to go and try and fulfill my duties and go and investigate.
As you stepped towards the area where the portal was, you found the tear in the dream that these portals leave. You saw the damage it was doing, as every portal torn through the dream does. Which no one else was aware of. But you can't fix it. There is no way to fix it. You can catalogue how it's changed the tides. You can catalogue how it's shaped the dream around it.
I do.
Which you did, yeah. This is part of your specialism as a dreamweaver in training. But when you returned home, it's gone. The pieces are still there, but there are no bodies. I mean, there wouldn't be. It eats people. What would you like to do?
I suspect what might have happened.
Mm-hmm.
All I see is the devastation around me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to cast Detect Good and Evil,
Mm-hmm.
if I may.
How do you cast your spells?
I think my Kithveh, if to help you imagine what they look like, is humanoid, with a raptor-like face. And I don't know if you've ever seen those pigeons that...
All of those pigeons.
With the hands?
That, but also, you know, there are the grey ones,
Yeah.
the brown and white ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a pigeon, but it's brown and white. And where it's not brown and white, there's that slight pink iridescence
Mm-hmm.
on the corner of the neck, on the end of the feathers. Because even though they have a raptor-like face, they're covered in feathers,
Yeah.
and their hands come out from the joint of wings.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Stubby leg?
I don't know if I got that reference. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, no stubby leg. You know, I say like a city pigeon. They're not actually a city pigeon. When they cast, their crest of feathers raises up and just shakes and feels the twist and the current of the dream, where it's more solid, where it's more ephemeral.
Mm-hmm.
They feel the changes.
And you are looking specifically for evil and good.
I'm
a
looking
sense
for a
of what
nightmare.
happened. You're looking for a nightmare.
We might have an
I
idea.
think, yeah.
As your
There's a modest example here.
feathers spike up and you start to sense
Saving throws.
there is a current to the dream. There is a wind. And you know it, you travel it, you understand it. Much like Polynesian tribes, your understanding of the dream is less of how to control it and more of how to move with it. And as you feel those currents together, there is something in one of the houses, something aberrant.
Do I recognize the house?
No, it is one of the tribesmen you didn't know to any greater extent or lesser, one of the newcomers. But there is definitely something inside their house. It is a good 50 feet away from you. You could easily ride a current down to it.
I'm looking very carefully. I'm not bowling headfirst into this.
Are you doing so stealthily, sneakily? Kifir has a hilarious dexterity score. D&D nerds.
And I'm also wearing
Yeah,
half-plate.
half-plate armor, yeah.
Like Clankalot, welcome.
Yes, yeah. I would like to make a stealth check.
Cool. You roll that with disadvantage, and you get a -2 to it, so let's see what happens.
Lord, that's an 8.
Cool. As you coast down and land on this building, it is part like flight, part like swimming. Sort of slow glide to delicately land, and instead of delicately, it's more of a... that.
Yes.
As you do, inside this floating house is a strange word for what these villages are made up of. It is more of like a cuboid of space, and inside there wouldn't be any floors. Every wall is a floor. Inside you hear a faint and crawling out of a hole in the side of it is a lizard-like creature. It is large, it is blue. It is wearing a kilt made out of leather straps, like a sort of Romanesque Greek kilt. It has an eye patch over one eye, and it is very clearly armed. You would recognize it as what's known as a slard. Slard also exist in the dream, but tend to be a bit more scavengy than you would tend to be. It claws its way out, looks at you, and just goes, "Huh, huh, oh.
I don't know you.
I don't know you.
Why are you in my kinsman's house?
'Cause it was abandoned and I wanted to look. I found this.
Holds up a teapot.
Captain will love this.
Puts it in a bag on his side.
Was there anyone in the house?
No, why would there be? The nightmare took him all.
Is it there?
Huh?
Is it inside?
No, it's long gone. You think I'd be here if there was a nightmare around? No, I was gonna... no.
I need you to give me the teapot.
Put it on a t-shirt.
No, it's my fucking teapot. I've also got the crockery set. That's all mine now too. Finders, keepers.
I sort of like puff my neck feathers up, like I sort of sit there and I'm like, I could, and then I sort of go, I probably couldn't.
Are you trying to attract him?
No, it's I'm very big. The crest, like, and the neck feathers sort of.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He pulls out a whistle from his around his neck, and you've seen these before. You know what it is. What he's doing is calling for his ship to come and collect him. It is a strange-looking whistle because it looks more like an ocarina than a whistle, but it only has 2 holes. He just blows in it and gets a sort of seaman's whistle of, and it echoes around you, magically enhanced to spread throughout the dream very quickly.
Are you sure you want to be here? We're not big on slaves, but, you know, finders keepers.
Starts smoking a pipe. It's not lit, he's just chewing it.
I spit at him and push past him into the house.
Okay. Inside, the furniture is still attached to all of the different floors, as in every single wall is a floor. It has been ransacked. Very clearly, he has gone through and taken whatever he wants. But you do note that the only sign of struggle inside the house is what he has done. Whoever was in here was simply taken away, as is so often the case with nightmares.
I don't have any more sense from my detection.
No, you can get a vague sense that the nightmare was here. And also, you as an experienced dreamweaver know that nightmares do travel through. They're like tornadoes. They appear, they go, they leave destruction in their wake. One big enough to take out the entire town is
Terrifying.
extremely worrying.
I've never seen anything like this before.
No, you have not. Char, when you're walking forward, ahead of you, you start to see various like isometric blocks floating, and you're definitely walking towards the isometric blocks.
Definitely not me asking, definitely Char asking. What's isometric?
Oh, sorry. Like dice, various different solids.
Right. Geometric.
Isometric is 3-dimensional.
Thanks, Chris.
Nerd.
Blocks.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a giant playground.
They look like they were tethered together, but a few of them appear to have broken free and are just spiraling out. And you can tell, slowly moving away.
Hello? Walk towards one of them.
Roll me a perception check.
It's actually a natural 20.
Also, your passive perception is what?
22.
Yeah. Yeah.
22.
22.
Yes.
Good lord. Right?
For those who aren't D&D nerds, Kithir sees everything.
I'm very observant.
Yes.
That's a teapot.
I want it back.
I think he's actually getting married and he's just setting up his new house. You should probably let him have it.
He's going to sell it.
I
For
would
booze.
love that backstory.
Nobody got us anything on the registry. I just want to make my family happy.
Yes, well,
Why does he have the voice and mannerisms of the spider from Muppets Christmas Carol?
because I have very few voices I do well.
I don't pay extra for warmth, you know.
You hear a faint hello carried across the dream. It's being said in the common tongue, which is rare in the dream.
I freeze
Mm-hmm.
in a incredibly bird-like, do the sort of
From the entrance/exit hole in the wall, you can hear the Slard go, "Hello!" From one of the floating things. A blue lizard, big, bulky, is standing on one of them, eye patch as described, just looking at you.
You alright?
Dude,
Yeah?
what is this?
Well, it's a fucking town, isn't it?
It doesn't look like a town.
Yeah, it does. Where the hell are you from?
Outside?
What?
Not here?
Weird.
Well, I think you're weird. That's rude.
What?
Yeah, no, fair. That
You
sentence
can
did not
hear
make
this
sense.
conversation happening outside the cube.
I'm going to attempt to remain unnoticed and creep to the doorway.
Should we keep your earlier stealth check, or do you want to roll another one? Because it'll just get hilariously worse.
10 is actually quite good. I might
Yeah.
stick with that.
Cool.
Do you know what? What have I got to lose? Yep. I have to lose.
As you walk up to, and the clouds forming into footsteps in front of you so you can easily walk out, to this blue lizard-like creature that is sitting on the edge of this cube house thing. Inside the house you can hear...
Sounds like copper falling down some stairs.
Or he set descending.
Oh, yeah, that's the Garrett. I think they're upset. Maybe, say nice things. Why's my voice changed? No, it hasn't. That's not bad. There we go.
Say nice things.
Yeah, because, all the people round here would have been... Oh, swallowed. That'd be nasty.
Swallowed.
Yeah.
By what?
Where are you from again?
Outside!
Outside what?
Like, this strange, weird pink
You
place.
can't be joking. There's no outside. This is everything. This is everything there is.
Yeah. Until about 5 minutes ago, I thought there was no inside.
What?
Thought he was going to comprehend.
No, there was always a hope, but no. Do you now poke your head out?
They've heard me. Yeah,
There's a strange, goldeny pink-skinned humanoid who looks very sort of luminous, but also no feathers, no scales, no reeds, nothing, just very bland almost.
Naked.
Oh, that's me! I've
Talking
got
to the
bright
Slardy.
red hair.
It's got very red hair, but it's nothing on a plumage.
And my skin glows.
Still.
mine sparkles.
And as you poke at it, you can see they're having a conversation. They are talking about you as well.
Motherfuckers.
I can see you.
Don't trust.
I'm right here.
Yes, and you know that I don't trust you.
Nah, but I don't really care either. Oh, look, there she is.
And in the distance, you can see there's something approaching. It looks a bit like a squid.
Oh, wow.
I hate this place.
As it gets closer, you realise it's not a squid. It's a hot air balloon.
How did I mistake a hot air balloon
That's
for a
no
squid?
squid.
It has
That's a hot air balloon.
They have totally different shapes.
it has strange. Well, it
I
has.
hate this place.
Thing is, it is a sort of balloonish shape, but hanging off the bottom of this balloonish shape are these strange, like long, thin tendrils. And hanging on to these long, thin tendrils are more of the lizard-like creature in front of you. They're blue, they're green, they're black, they're red, they come in every colour on the rainbow. As it comes closer, they are singing a jaunty, almost nautical, piratical tune. Very Gilbert and Sullivan.
Of course they are.
I'm not going to
they
do one. You
They're-
all know what it sounds like.
They're the
They
very
ride in a hot
model
air
of
balloon.
what made a general.
The
Yeah.
very model
They-
of a Slard raiding party, yes they are.
They ride in a hot air balloon.
The-
They come in 9 fruity flavours.
There's no. This figure doesn't look like they have any aid to fly, to glide, nothing but.
No, they appear to be walking on the clouds, which is such a pedestrian way of travelling.
It's so inefficient.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
We can't be here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna like stop you from going because I just don't feel like it, and also, frankly, I don't really want to get into a swedge.
Pull out my flaming sword.
Point made.
I'd like to see you try to make me go anywhere.
Well, that was exactly my point. You look friggin' terrifying, and you're heavy.
That's rude.
Nah, what they're wearing.
Some people are heavy.
Yeah.
You didn't have to point it out, though. Why can't we be here?
Are you familiar with pirates?
Yeah.
Come with me.
Okay. Why?
All right. I mean, I guess you have a flaming sword. I guess you have a flaming
I
sword.
put the flaming sword away.
No.
Yes.
I want to burn things.
Nope.
But I really want to. I really do.
Nope.
I really.
Nope.
There's a thing right there. He looks nasty. We could burn him.
I don't have
You
time
can't hear
for
the sword.
this.
We're talking. All you see is
God.
just them looking at her sword going,
This is very quick. It's all in my head.
All right. Okay.
roll a wisdom saving throw to
It's
not.
a charisma saving
I'll roll a
throw.
charisma saving throw. Fine.
Important distinction. And it's a 21.
That's better.
I really want to burn things.
Later.
But
Sorry.
Was that an awe for the sword?
They get excited and... Sure. Have you seen a really, really tall dude and a metal dude? and a
End of
cat?
sentence.
And someone else who I can't remember what they look like.
Black cat.
I said a cat. I said a cat.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, she didn't.
I did. I did say a cat.
You will now join us in the middle of the endless torture hour.
I love myself.
I'm trying to find them.
Have you seen a towering construct of flesh?
Is it magical?
Fairly.
Can I
Let's go.
flip my eye? Well,
Tell you.
put my eye in and turn
Yes.
it on.
As a member of the Viridescent Order, you have a Viridescent eye. Green. It's a green crystal. You flip it over your eye and tap it to activate it. Oh, there is a very obvious trail of very necrotic, very dark, very disturbing magic just going through this whole area.
Is the fleshy thing you're looking for like really, really nasty? It went that way.
She is pointing sort of down, south by southeast.
Will you come with me?
Something really nasty that needs to be set on fire? Sure.
I extend a clawed hand on the corner of a wing.
Cool, this is great. Today's going so well.
I'm going to try and glide in that direction. Will I manage?
As you start gliding,
Yeah.
you realise that this creature, who hasn't given you their name, is moving like you have been, but without always been thinking about flying. It's not hard to
Who are
work
you
that one out.
talking to? What?
You start to realise as this movement happens that they are moving as if flying. And they are clearly thinking about flying and therefore moving. It is second nature to them. Whereas for you to follow, you'd have to either let them guide you or run after.
Well, I can just think about flying and hold on while they
Yes, you
guide,
can.
can't I? Yeah, fine. You're not dumb.
And you start flying down away from the pirates. The starter just shouts, "Hope you find your friends!" And that's all you get from them as you go down.
Fuck
the way.
you!
Oh, do you not like him?
Are you familiar with pirates?
Back in the world.
All right, then, what's the haul? And it better not be another bloody teapot.
No, boss, I got a crockery set too.
What kind of crockery, sir?
Bone china.
The exact same one she put on the registry list.
Finally!
A subplot closed.
Excellent.
In the depressing half of the table.
Speaker,
Yes.
how would you feel watching your ex-lover die over and over and over and over again after roughly 24 hours?
Oof, that's a long time.
It is.
Anger, then weaker anger,
Mm-hmm.
then sadness,
Mm-hmm.
deeper sadness,
Mm-hmm.
tiny bit of fear,
Mm-hmm.
ramping back up into anger,
Mm-hmm.
and now the fury of 1,000 exploding suns.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I think
Very,
that
very
deserves
well
a second wisdom saving throw.
Good. Watch me fail it.
You're a monk, you're alright with these.
With nope. Nope. It's all strength and dex, buddy.
Wisdom, as you say?
Wisdom. I have a +2.
It's a start.
It's a start. I have changed the dice.
It's your call.
19.
There you go. Very good, very good. You blink and it stops. You are exhausted. Not in game terms, just storytelling. It's the first time this series of images has let up
Mm-hmm.
since you started seeing it. And you blink and you see what Equi saw, this fleshy wall. Throughout this entire time, the voice in the back of your head was still talking, saying things like, "Is this worse? No. How about now?"
Number 1
Yeah.
or number 2?
Exactly. Yeah. Number 1 or number 2. And it now quietly just, good start. Whatever will you do now?
When I am done, you will be afraid of me.
Yes.
Well then, show me what you got.
How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling is about 10 feet above you.
10 feet above me?
Yes.
How high can I jump?
Oh, you're a monk, stupidly high.
Cool. Let's just go straight up, see what happens.
Okay. You, sure you can straight up, yeah?
I also get 2 attacks.
Go for it. Punch the
And a
punch.
third attack is a bonus action.
Go for it. Punch and kick that ceiling.
I'm just going to roll. How many times am I rolling? 3?
3, I think.
I'm getting drinks and Grace is going to the loo.
Okay.
That is fine. We have now entered the maths hour with Jazz. Okay, these are all terrible. Okay, starting with the lowest, we have a 9.
Does not hit.
Excellent. Starting with the next one, we have a 12,
Does not hit.
and we have a 13.
Does not hit.
A real bad series of rolls,
You
guys.
punch up and try and just tear into the ceiling above you, but it's rubbery and not giving way.
Excellent. Can I switch the eye on?
Yeah, of course you can.
Cool. I'm going to do that.
You land and you switch the eye on. Roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, because there's a lot of
Yeah.
juju in here.
Ooh, dude.
3.
Yeah.
It takes a second longer than usual to come on, but you don't notice. There's no magic around you. This is all real. None of it magically enhanced or created. This is just the world now.
Can I make a straight intelligence check?
To do what?
To do what?
Because you just rolled a 3, my friend.
I know, but yeah, on the save. But can I do a straight check to try and realise the veracity of the reality I'm currently standing in?
I think this is weird enough to be able to allow that. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Just moving on to dice after dice. This is a straight intelligence, 0 modifier. 2.
You think for a second, is this the real life? And then you realise that it probably is.
Cool.
Yes.
See, I want to do cool things, but the dice won't let me. That's the problem.
Equi is on the ground. Equi is on the ground next to you, his eyes glazed over, comatose. Copper is standing.
Yeah.
David's in Tel Aviv.
Have a funny conversation with him now, I dare you.
Have a funny conversation with who?
With David. Well, I don't know, it doesn't matter.
Go on.
Clang. That's what I thought. It doesn't take higher than a 2 throw to realise that all the people who are comatose are currently going through a similar situation.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
You see around you, as described to Equanimous, that there are other bodies around here also semi-comatose, and some of them have also just died and started to decay.
So I know the clanging won't work.
No, David's in Tel Aviv.
Yeah. Okay, so I go over to Equi.
Yep.
And so any sort of physical contact's not going to work. I'm going to break Speaker's cardinal rule. I'm just going to whisper in Equi's ear.
Okay.
Just sort of general things about how he needs to wake up and he's got to believe in himself. And he's got to fight back. I am breaking centuries of tradition here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say it.
Say my
Equi, you must awaken. You are stronger than this.
Equi, you do start hearing this.
How much did it sound like the other voice?
No, it's Speaker's voice.
Oh, so I know it's the speaker.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaker.
You are as strong as you always thought you were, maybe even stronger. And he is only as strong as you let him be.
Where are you?
You cannot hear him speak.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, just making sure.
Yeah.
Don't have a conversation, it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Has it gone over to me now?
Yeah, you're still cutting away at this wall. You've cut like a mile-long crevasse. You are like up to your neck in goo.
Yeah.
That's a
Before.
t-shirt. Up to your neck in goo.
So I'm gonna, No, the problem is that he wouldn't do that.
And you keep feeling like it's just there, but you just heard Speaker say that to you, and Speaker's back in the main chamber.
That's what I mean. It does make me stop. I am gonna try and turn around and go back through the mile. Yeah.
You get back, and Speaker's still comatose on the floor?
Yeah.
Or is he?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So, he's such an idiot. What he's going to do is going to take Speaker on his back.
Yep.
And go back down the tunnel.
Yep.
Idiot. Okay, and then and just keep going.
Do you say anything to Speaker?
Yeah, like the it would be the same. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? And probably end in a slap.
You can hear Equi saying that to you, but Equi's comatose on the floor.
Oh, wow, right, okay. Okay, yeah, so, but I do take him on my shoulders and go, my tunnel.
For the first time in his life, Speaker's really going to think about something.
Yeah, exactly. Two of us were not the best
I've
people
just got to
set
put
this
2 and 2
puzzle.
together.
Yeah.
But it's going to take longer
Yeah.
because at the moment I'm literally putting 2 and 2 together. So
both hear in the back of your heads. Kinship. That is more hope, isn't it? All right. You both wake up next to each other. You are in the room that looks exactly the same as the one you thought you were both in, but you clearly weren't in, as you both wake up next to each other.
My first thing is going to be to pull out my dagger and stab the floor. Nice. Does it do exactly the same thing?
Yep.
But Speaker's awake.
Yeah.
Are we awake? Are we awake?
I am unsure.
How do we test this?
Your eye?
Oh! And put on the...
Yes, that magical artifact you carry around with you, yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's
You do, and you tap it on, and around you is a strange necrotic regenerative energy around the entire area. You are surrounded by it.
Okay, I'm going to take off my gun and do a shadow shot into the wall. So that's 2d6 psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
So there would be. So do I make the shot attack?
Yeah, can you make me an attack roll against the wall?
Yes.
I'm going to say the DC for this is very low because you're attacking a wall.
17.
Yeah, you hit the wall.
Good. And then a d12. So normal damage.
Please roll me all the damage.
Normal damage is 11.
Mm-hmm.
And then the psychic damage is 7. So that's 18 in total. 7 of it's psychic.
The gun goes off with a catatonic, loud shot. Thank you.
I thought shadow shot was silent.
Oh, interesting. The shadow shot is silent because it's psychic damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there is a horrible purpling and bruising of the wall where you shot, and in your head you'd hear a faint.
If you like that, I can do it again.
Have you damaged it?
I hope so.
Then that is all I need. Over to the wall.
Cool, make me a series of attacks.
2 1/3 as a bonus. Here we go.
All right.
3 dice at once. Here we go. Slightly better than last time. That's a lot better than last time.
Excellent.
Okay, so we have a 21. That is the lowest.
Well, you're attacking a wall.
Yes.
It hits the wall.
Excellent.
You're in double figures,
So
probably.
I'll just roll my damage.
Yes.
Try and do this as quickly as possible. Oh, not great damage though. You see, it swings and roundabouts.
That's
I
true.
see. So, yeah.
5, 10,
You added to each one.
13,
Oh, wow.
14,
17 total, I think.
17 in total.
Excellent. You launch out and punch the wall, and it starts spurting this ichor and starts purpling and bruising around where you're hitting it. And there is another sort of.
Can I incite the noise?
Please do.
Yeah.
Please do.
I did not even think to do that.
8.
It's a noise, Chad.
It is a hell of a noise, isn't it?
What you get going both your heads is, I wonder if that's enough hope.
Oh no.
Is it? You both hear this voice at the same time as it's
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
to both you in your heads. Is it enough hope? Do you now feel you have a chance? I'm just wondering.
What does he want?
It's me. It's clearly me.
It's just evil Chris.
Again.
It's always evil me.
What does he want?
He is trying to weaken our resolve. We need to believe in our success and our victory.
No.
Okay.
I'm going full on power of friendship and I don't care who stops me.
Are you my friend? Your pause speaks volumes.
No. He didn't say that.
No, I'm seriously asking because, you know, on some level I do like to play with my food.
I'm shooting wall again after
Cool, make an attack on this wall.
Yeah.
Please, go for it.
Less 13, but I'd pretty much, no, more than that, 15. So
It's a wall, you hit the wall.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yep.
I'm not, so hang on. We're not in combat. Can I just keep doing shadow shots?
No, you get a certain number per rest.
I'm just gonna.
2 per short rest. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna scan for a weak spot. I
Yeah,
really
yeah,
want to
yeah.
find it. I'm thinking real hard about that weak spot.
If I recognise this, look for the scene. It's that kind of. I'm trying to help out.
I'm
with
just roll a perception check first. Why not?
with advantage. No.
Because you're helping, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, with advantage?
Yes.
I'll need it.
Hang on.
It's not my night.
I got 16. No, I didn't. I got 8 on damage to the wall.
Just
With
a normal
advantage?
shot. Just a normal
Use
shot.
normal shot, yeah.
Another shot.
With advantage. Good God.
I know. With
That's
advantage,
honky.
8.
You cannot see any kind of orifice or opening in this stomach.
Yeah.
You have no idea. You do see around you bodies, what look like ships, what look like various odd detritus around this whole area.
How big is this place?
About 100 foot.
Oh my God! Right.
Cubed.
Okay. So did.
Oh,
so
it's Monstro.
I don't know what that means.
Have you ever seen Pinocchio?
Oh yes, I do.
Yeah.
Fine. Right. I see. Okay. So
This section is called In the Belly of the Whale.
good. Okay. So yeah, having fired into the wall and then following him, trying to see if we can find a seam or something. If we don't, I've still got the eye on, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And there doesn't seem to be anything. There's nothing beyond this which gives us any kind of point of reference.
You get a faint transmutative energy pattern inside what looks like 2 pieces of a metal sphere folded over on top of each other.
Sorry, where's that?
In this room.
It looks as if there's 2.
There's 2
Folds
sort of
of energy.
bits of a sphere, like orange segments, that
Yeah.
are folded in over each other.
Yeah.
And underneath them, you get a faint whiff of transmutative energy.
I will go over and try and investigate that and try and shift the things. If I can't do it by myself, I will call for Speaker's help.
You probably need help.
Speaker, a moment of your time.
And over I go.
You go over and you pull these off. And underneath these, there is a small, spherical creature made entirely of metal. It is trying to stand up.
What's wrong with it?
It's missing a leg.
I will try and search for that leg.
Okay. Roll me a investigation check.
Investigation, is it? Could it not be perception? It
Well,
is an
no, you're
investigation.
investigating.
Yes,
for it, aren't
right. 17.
you? You find it. It is snapped off the body. It's just a break.
I want to try and attach it if I can.
Cool. It is a shattered break.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any handy skills? We need to get this back on. Understood. Can you bend metal? Well, can you fuse metal together? We can try. Try punching it really hard. What I mean is, I've got no options.
The creature beneath you just
It looks like it's in a
Ha-
loop. I'm going to be obsessed with trying to find something to. If there is what's it called? Yeah. If there's clothes on any of the bodies.
Oh, there are. Yeah.
That's why I want to rip a thing off and try and tie it together. I mean, it's what's it called? This is not intended to be good. It's intended to try and put it together.
Okay. Roll me a medicine check with disadvantage.
Oh, nice. Okay. Not looking good.
Still higher than my last 5 rolls.
That is true. 11.
11. You manage to tie this metal leg onto the body. It's not going to do much apart from literally be a straight metal prod.
Yeah.
But as you tie it on, do you help the creature up?
Yeah.
Heck.
What is wrong with it?
This one is broken.
Heck.
How do we fix him?
Heck.
It thing, whatever it is.
Heck.
So I want because is it doing the thing where it rotates its head?
Yeah, it's trying to turn its head, but it keeps clicking back.
That's what I mean. I'm going to try and stop it to start with, and if it won't stop, I want to try and turn it further.
You break it, you buy it.
Roll me a medicine check as you twist its head off.
No, I mean as in if it's trying to turn that way.
I
want it to
see,
turn
please.
further and-
You wish to remove its head. Well,
A moment, please.
So with disadvantage again, or just
No, just straight roll on this one.
16?
As you turn it,
Weirdly, I think Chaz knows what's going on, but Speaker probably wouldn't.
That's what I mean. I've got no faint clue. I'm just trying to fix a thing.
It grabs its own like central eyepiece and starts to move its own head. Hello, Unit 534.
Was I supposed to be able to understand that or not?
It's up to you, Ed.
Damn it. Can I get an investigation check or a perception check on what the hell it just said?
It said hello, Unit 534.
Oh, I see, okay.
If that wasn't clear, my apologies.
Yeah. What is Unit 534?
No idea.
Very well. Hello.
Hello. And it stops it going around to say Unit 534. It stops itself from doing it.
Wow.
We are wasting precious time. You, small metal thing.
Hello.
Do you know how to kill this creature, monster, beast?
It turns its head around multiple times, pulls it back to the starting point. Hello, Unit 534. Where am I?
The belly of the beast.
It appears that my time has been wasted.
I go back to look at that weak spot.
Hello.
It's got to be here somewhere.
Yeah. You are in a stomach. What? I don't even know if I'd know that. No, you are in a fleshy room.
You wake up in a flesh room.
Someone called John.
Yeah. I think we got the next installment. That's what I can say.
It just looks straight at you.
Yeah.
Unit 534.
Where do you come from?
It winds its head back again. And again, it's trying to rewind.
Yeah.
Hello, Unit 534. Where am I?
Okay. I'm going to try and walk around it and see if there's anything that I'd recognise as like a switch, or I don't think I'd be able to do anything better.
Roll me an investigation check.
Boy, sure would have been great if Cogwyn got swallowed. That would have been super handy right now.
Natural 20!
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Well, it's tepid applause. Natural 20.
Yeah.
I have absorbed all of the low rolls for the benefit of the team.
As you step around the back of the Modron, there's a Modron. As you step around the back of it, the back of its head and the back of its body has been caved in.
Oh, right. Okay. So I can tell this is a wound.
I mean, as much as you can tell that a robot is wounded,
That's what I mean. Like, from
whatever computing power this had to live, exist, be sentient, gone. It is just a talking thing to inspire you to be more scared.
I don't think I would know that, in as much as I don't think he has real. Equinemius has any real electronic.
It's not electronic; it's gears, like your gun.
Well, in that case, I'm much more interested. Would I have?
Can I roll again to find this, like this seam or whatever?
Sure, go for it. Yeah.
Is it perception?
Yes, please. There is no scene.
Even with a 50?
There is no scene.
I am going
First
to.
decent roll of the day.
Sorry, mate.
I am going to sit down and try and apply all the knowledge I have about my gun to it. But if you want to give that disadvantage, that's absolutely fair. Like,
No, I'm intrigued.
yeah. I am just going to sit with it, take bits out, see if I can sort of straighten them, put them back in where I think they're supposed to go. And
Just
and-
make the monster turn it into a bright red herring for him. before
I'm going to give you an investigation roll. Yes, an investigation roll to do this. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm intrigued.
It's a 5.
As you start floofing around inside this creature's
I
head.
did get the natural 20 on whatever it was before that. What was it before that?
to find the very obvious caved-in map.
Sounds about right, to be brutally honest. Okay, fine. And
It
then
just
the
powers
actual-
down. Unit 4.
I am going to keep poking at that until something else happens. Sorry.
Has enough time gone by where I can really think hard about whether I'm awake or not?
Sure.
Cool. Straight intelligence roll?
It's a wisdom saving.
Wisdom save. Right,
Yep.
I'll be marginally better. Strap in, folks.
Oh.
16.
Oh, I thought it was a 2. Thank God.
That's 16.
You look around and think, am I awake? Is this another dream? Am I awake? I appear to be awake.
That puts that to bed then, obviously. Obviously.
You
Yeah.
don't think I would use the same trick twice, do you? I mean, really?
What trick is he talking about?
We are awake. This is no illusion.
Okay.
So this room's 100 feet, you say?
100 feet cube, yeah.
Cube, so it's perfectly, oh, well,
Not
well,
perfectly.
not perfectly, but you know, rounded.
Yeah.
With no visible, like,
No.
entry points,
No.
exit points,
No.
tubing of any kind.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's even paying attention to this, but has the bruising on the wall faded where I shot it?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Very well.
I'm going to try the eye again. I've got another charge in it.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's still going. How long does it last for?
It's a minute, I think.
Oh, mine's
Yeah.
definitely gone then.
I'm looking for stronger concentrations, like some sort of mastermind. If there's a pilot, this is
As
some
you-
weird like rider situation where
Yeah,
someone's in
yeah, yeah.
control, or if this is a huge creature, where a brain would be.
Yes!
As you flip the eye down and turn it on,
Oh, shit.
it is all faintly necrotic
Mhm.
and quite a bit of regenerative magic as well.
Mhm.
There's something forming in front of you. Looks like a sort of spindly sort of webbing growing out of the centre of this room. It's faintly transmutative.
The centre of the room.
Centre of the room.
But it's like a webbing, you said.
Sort of like you suddenly see that there's this sort of space in the middle that seems to be spreading out. And as you look more closely, it opens up and a body falls in.
Right.
Right.
I don't think I saw that.
No, I saw that.
I think I'm too fixated with this.
Aha! And I walk over to the body.
Yeah,
It's,
you drawing my
um,
attention to it.
It's humanoid. It
Mhm.
appears to have feathers and various sort of lizard-like features and qualities to it, but you don't recognise it.
No.
It's also comatose, fast asleep.
Yeah.
I just like sort of like draw my finger in circles around this spot, and then like point to the body, and then point to the circle I'm drawing, and then do that. The sort of falling down gesture.
What? I think I understood, but what just happened?
This is the entry point.
But there's nothing there.
There is now nothing there,
Yeah.
and the eye is still on, and all that webbing has faded again.
There is nothing there.
But there was. That is how things get in.
How often does that happen? Do you want to keep watch on that? I want to fix this robot.
I can't talk you out of that, can I?
Give it your best shot.
You wish to talk about this?
Go on then, we got nothing else.
Hang on. Wait.
We must save our strength.
Also, that's the other thing. If we were both badly wounded enough to be on 1 hit point,
Oh, you're now at 8. No, you're still both at 1, sorry.
Yeah, because I was going to say...
You still have all your healing potions.
Yeah, I was going to say, by the way, if we do ever want to talk, drink this. And then we both do them. Yeah. Where's the
Cool.
4?
D4.
Where's it gone?
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Get that one.
Rolling yourself some sweet healing right
Oh!
here.
Not rolling
I'm up to
much.
10.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're up to 10.
Yes.
Good on you. I'm up to 6.
Wow. We are powerhouses, no less.
That's fine, because I've got another one on me. There you go.
Okay. Hang on, I'm taking those off. Also, the Viridescent Eye regains 3 charges at dawn. Have
Correct.
I got therefore 3? Because I was on 1.
You've used 2 now, so you've got 1 left.
I only used 1.
You don't use 2, you've only used 1.
I've only used 1 myself.
In which case you still have 2 left.
Cool. Alright.
Okay. That's slightly better.
Okay.
Because if you just use your second one as well.
Yeah.
So none of us have any healing potions.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Have a short rest. Roll some hit dice. Maybe.
It's true.
Subtle, devious. I like
Or
it.
you could sleep for 8 hours, that also works.
No, I'm not fucking going back to sleep. Jesus.
When we have a short rest, the only strenuous thing we can do is keep watch, right?
Correct.
That's one of the things. So I could sit down and have a short rest just staring at that middle point.
Yes, of course you could.
Cool.
I am not going to do that. I'm just going to keep fixing the robot. It's a permanent fixture.
The moment I see that magic convalescing, by the way, I'm diving for it.
Cool, it's fine.
Yeah.
Can I do it?
Just gonna burn some hit dice now, everyone.
Don't start rolling.
You utter bastard. Right. Well, I was going to say, can I do another investigation check on it to see if I can make more?
Yeah. I mean,
You're still on that fucking robot.
Unless it's in that 20, it is dead, motherfucker.
Gotcha. I just rolled an 11.
It's dead, Jim. I don't know how to say this.
That's fine.
We're gonna take my friend back.
You are now reaching in and pawing through the metal innards of a dead child. Just clonk, clonk. I'm sure I can fix this. Clonk, clonk, clonk.
It's trying to keep my mind occupied with something to do.
I see. As you desecrate this corpse.
Yes.
Yeah, fine.
That's what I'm doing.
Hakubi. Roughly 10 minutes pass.
Okay.
At which point, speaker,
Mm-hmm.
you note a slight whirring of energy. It's low, it's a hum, but it did precipitate the portal opening last time.
Cool.
And you haven't got your eye on now.
No, it's run out.
Yeah.
You turn it on.
Yeah.
You can see that tendril forming in the center again.
Cool. Now,
Yes, mate.
we had a discussion at the last session about how far Speaker can jump.
Yes.
And Speaker's got an ability that he counts as one size larger when determining the weight he can push, drag, or lift.
Correct.
And we also decided what is jumping if not pushing off the ground.
Correct, yes, this
Right.
is all true.
So,
That hasn't opened yet.
yes, but when it does.
Sure. Glaven. Okay, good.
But not with that noise.
I'm pleased with that noise.
No.
What?
Speaker's stoic. He's going to try and
true.
like...
I just like his.
Do you remember Edge? You remember the wrestler Edge? He's going to try and spear it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Does a 20 break your AC?
Yes.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Just.
Not really.
I rolled low, rolled a 4.
Oh.
Oh my god. Ed,
Yes.
does a 35 break your AC?
No, not at all.
Oh wow,
No,
amazing,
no,
good.
yeah, no, I'm fine. Absolutely fine. Yeah, it breaks my AC quite badly.
As you both, well, you don't even leap. As it opens again, around you, the floor just closes up around you and cocoons you entirely. You do take damage.
Oh.
That is 11 points of damage to Speaker.
Cool.
Oh, and 2 6s, my apologies. 11 points of damage to you, Equi, as you are cocooned.
Yeah. I'm on saving throws.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, we'll get back to that.
Good. Good. Oh hell.
Just checking. Was that enough hope?
There's the thing.
Does Speaker respond?
No.
Cool.
I definitely don't.
Well, you're unconscious right now, and
Well, I
slowly-
mean, technically, you could still split in that state.
You'd hear the voice echoing around your head.
But I wouldn't be able to do
Roll me
it.
a death saving throw.
Oh, that fast? Oh,
Yeah.
No, that's a 7.
That is a 7.
Cool, you failed one.
Gotcha.
I'd like an answer because if you don't answer, I'll just let your friend die. I can do that.
Can I roll a strength saving throw against this cocooning?
Of course you can.
Thank you. I do have advantage,
Yes.
which is good.
Yes.
But then again, think about how I've been rolling today.
I understand.
Yes.
Can you naturally beat a 28 that I just rolled?
28.
Yeah.
On a strength save?
Yes, please.
Not unless I roll a nat 20.
Then roll and see if you get the nat 20.
Come on, son.
Come on.
This is quite
Here we go.
important
I
now.
know. This is clutch. So close.
That's an 18.
It's an 18.
And a 1, admittedly.
A 1, admittedly. A 1. So
You
still
struggle and
still
pull
on there.
against this, and you
24,
are not breaking
not enough.
free. Second death saving throw.
Whoa! Fuck. Okay, it's okay.
That's fine. I got you back.
Yes. Okay, 13.
Okay, you pass one.
Yes.
Still out of the woods yet.
I know.
Am I rolling against that every time?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
What, now it's going to be 28?
Not 28 each time. I'll roll again each time.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Okay. One more time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do this again.
Try and struggle more. If Ed rolls a 1, he's dead.
Ed, we didn't think about this, did we?
We're not characters who think, to be brutally honest.
To be fair, we are characters of action.
Yeah.
I am sorry.
Oh, no, that's only 21. That's not going to be
26, I'm afraid.
26.
You struggle against, again, I need your third death saving throw.
Come on, mate.
I
Come
know,
on, mate.
it's alright. I can't. No, there's not that.
That's a 4.
2 failures, 1 success.
Oh my god.
He's dying, speaker. Although, he wasn't really your friend, was he? Do you really care?
That is enough.
I'm sorry.
You have made your point.
Oh, good.
You don't really need 2 people to torment, do you?
I'm so very hungry. You are at 1 hit point and comatose.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Yeah.
I'll refer you back to my first question. Was that enough hope?
Yes.
Good. Then later we'll try again.
Oh my god.
I've done 6 sessions of this pissing game. I've punched something once.
Wait.
Chaz, you just punched a wall.
That's not the same thing!
You did a lot of damage. I'm counting it.
You did run up the side of a building and catch me as I was falling. That was pretty cool.
Yes, that was the one session I got to punch things!
Hang on, last time.
Yeah,
surely
you
were
punched
punching the
goat
werewolf.
people last
Yeah,
time.
it wasn't the same thing. It was a preamble for this bullshit.
That is true.
Oh,
Okay.
you punched the pound of flesh, but it regenerates. I wonder what if I did that again, but bigger.
Yeah. That is true. Anyway, so I'm alright, kind of. Not dying anymore, at least.
And you're comatose again.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh well, at least I'm not thinking.
Yeah.
You are.
Oh, am I?
Yeah. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
So, you have been travelling
Do it. Run.
for quite some time.
So, this pink thing here.
Wait, are you talking about me?
No, this.
The dream.
The dream. What is the dream?
What is love?
I mean, the seam between the worlds.
Okay.
Where 2 materials meet. They overlap and create something different to both.
Cool. Very pink.
It's a nice colour.
I mean, pink is great. Red is better.
Shade.
Do you live here?
Am I aware that I am aware that there are other places where
Yeah, you are.
I am. Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking idiots.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Well, if this is inside, I'm from outside.
If this was outside,
I'd be from inside.
that makes sense. I get that. No,
Yeah,
that does
yeah.
make sense.
It's
Yeah.
literally a direct reversal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're from one of the planes.
Yeah, it's not as pink as this. It's also less bouncy.
You note that this humanoid, who you still don't know the name of, is making the dream bouncy to bounce it. They don't seem to have quite made the connection between if I think it happens that the dream exists on.
The difference between your world and mine is that you make it what it is. Actually, I've heard that you can do that in your world as well.
Well, yeah, but that's more of a personality thing, I guess. Here,
You have a personality.
do you not have a personality?
I do. I use it to shape the world around me.
Interesting. How?
How do you want to travel?
Really quickly,
I'd like that too.
and as quietly as possible.
I'd like that too.
Ahead of you, and you see this first, passive perception of 22.
Yeah, I do.
There are pockets within the dream, like your village, which the nightmare has also passed through, and you can tell the effects are more noticeable now.
It's stronger than anything that I've seen before.
Bigger than anything you've seen before. The
Is there-
tears around it as it goes. This one is big enough to possibly even break through, which would be unheard of.
Is there anything that I can do to travel faster?
Yeah, but you'd sacrifice your stealth.
You can't.
I don't know,
Suppose
you
I
haven't asked me what I can do.
You're not particularly stealthy, are you? No,
Yes.
Right. I mean, I guess if you're very, very good. I gesture. I'm wearing plate armor that's made out of clay, basically. That every single time
Yeah, that is jangly.
it's just. Boop, boop, boop.
Hit my breastplate. What you want is one of these, because then it's still you're still protected, but if you want to be quiet, you can be.
What's it made out of?
Metal?
Some people have to work with what they can get their hands on.
Do you not have metal?
Yeah, but
Audience, could you please call me heads or tails?
Oh, great.
Well, Josh said tails notice, and everyone else said heads as well, so decide amongst yourselves.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, for God's sake. Tails, thank you.
Layers.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
when you say that, you mean just Chris, right? You just mean Chris.
My name's
Right.
Char, by the way.
If I don't, I will just punch you.
That's
It's-
fine.
It's
Char already. What is your AC?
16? My passive stealth is 19, by the way.
Your passive stealth is 19.
Yes.
That's agreed. You're also flying through the middle of the dream.
With me.
That's true, yeah.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Yeah. Clonk.
Where am I?
God, I miss Felicity.
14. Out of nowhere, a fleshy harpoon.
That's disgusting.
It
Did you
is.
really mean to say that?
I did. Comes flying out and embeds itself into your side.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
Yeah, you can take half damage from it, that's fine.
How much damage?
Half.
Yeah, but how much?
How much in
did you
total? Sorry. 23, so...
11?
11. You take 11 points of damage. And you are grappled by the harpoon. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Great, I'm so good at those. That's a 4.
You take 9 points of psychic damage.
Yeah.
And are pulled 30 feet away from Kithvir.
I'm holding Kithvir's hand.
You motherfucker.
Kithvir, you are dragged along with Char
Oh,
30
boy.
feet towards one of the outcroppings nearby, on which is sitting this strange, warped, fleshy, humanoid kind of, but not quite. Its arm has distended, and this arm has reached out, grabbed you, stabbed into you, and is now pulling you towards it. You know this is one of the nightmare's children. And it is dragging you slowly towards it, and it will be your turn when we get back from our short break. Thank you, guys. We're now going to take a 15-minute break. It is now 9 o'clock. Could you please be back here by 9:15? Thank you very much. If it was heads, they would have seen it first.
As close to Char as I can, I'm going to try and grab a hold of her again.
Yes.
And I'm going to cast Enhance Ability at 3rd level on myself and her.
What are you enhancing? Which ability?
I pull from my fucking pockets, I guess.
I pull from my mystical fucking pockets, I guess.
Ah, the mystical pockets of I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A feather, which
Yes.
doesn't look like mine.
Okay.
I'm trying to create a world of imagination here, but you know. I pull a long striped feather from a pouch and
Yes.
crush it in my hands, and it
Yes.
turns into pink dust
Yes.
and blows out around the both of us in
Yes.
this huge, wide explosion, like spreading wings. And
Yes.
I've cast Owl's Wisdom on both of us. We have advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Splendid. You have advantage on wisdom, so make a note of that. I will forget otherwise.
So will I.
Thank you. It, having realised that you have moved away, has a reach of 60 feet.
I did chop off its arm, though.
Yep.
One of them.
Next one.
How many arms has it got?
It seems to be growing arms out of itself whenever it fucking wants to, Emma.
Keep slashing, keep slashing. Yeah.
I think he's making it up as he goes along.
Says it right here. Cool. It is going to reach out again with its arms, try and extend this fleshy tendril, and this time it's going to go for the other target. Because why not?
Yeah.
That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
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 13 and an 11 is 27. 27 points of piercing damage as this arm reaches out and again stabs into you, finding space between the ceramic plates and just grabbing deep into your chest.
27, did you say?
27.
That's more than half.
You are then dragged towards it,
I keep hold.
and you are dragged with.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw with advantage. No, it's a wisdom check that you get with advantages on.
Are you kidding?
No,
Are you joking?
no, I'm sorry. Enhanced ability is for skills, not for saving throws.
It was third level though.
It's
I
alright.
know, I'm sorry.
Oh no! Just a straight wisdom check.
Wisdom saving throw.
Saving throw. That is a 14.
14. Nope, DC's 15.
Oh. Oh no.
We've
Yeah.
got our own problems. We've got
I'm
our
so
own problems. So
unconscious,
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
And I'm afraid you take 26 points of psychic damage.
Me.
Yes.
Oh no.
Knocked out.
Oh wow.
You watch as Kithvir, your hand is slowly released as Kithvir
No,
falls.
no. I'm keeping hold.
Obviously.
My little claw just like.
Kithvir has fallen unconscious, this fleshy mass in the center of their chest, dragging them ever more towards this moaning
2
creature.
hits, everybody.
Yeah.
2.
Correct.
It's an action to give someone a healing potion, isn't it?
Yes.
God damn it. Oh.
He's a
Char,
nice character.
what do you do?
It's a shame there's not a puncher nearby.
Or a cleric.
Yeah, that would actually help as well.
That'll be so handy. Physician, heal thyself.
What would you like to do?
I know. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to run in
Yep.
and hit it.
My God, I never would have thought of that. She's a tactical genius.
Let me say,
things
I
this
have
woman
so
comes
much
up with.
hope.
Yeah.
You're going to attack them?
I attacked them last time.
Sure. Are you attacking the arm that is currently embedded in Kithvir's chest? You're flying forward to it, literally get within proximity of it and attack it directly.
I was going to run into it.
Then do that. Make an attack roll.
Now I'm doubting myself. That's
Never do that.
a 15 to hit?
That hits. You fly straight in with your rapier out, burning freely, and just stab straight in. And as you are a swashbuckler, it is a sneak attack.
Nice.
Forgive me, Chris.
Yes.
It's about 10 minutes too late, but I've just reread what my spell does.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's checks, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
well,
not saving throws. Yeah.
Yep. Sorry.
I know, yeah, I'm a dumbass, but you know, you do have advantage on wisdom saving, on wisdom checks, yeah.
If you want to perceive things, and it's
Nice,
concentration, so no.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you don't. Welcome to D&D, kids.
That is 34 points of damage.
Fucking hell.
Fucking rogues, boys.
That sound is apt. You stab it, I'm going to say repeatedly because it's a nice effect, and as you stab it, it just starts to sear away and burn this flesh away, and it is looking very, very badly hurt.
Okay, and I'm in range with it, aren't I?
You are literally within combat range of it, yes.
Nope.
You have a bonus action if you'd like to use it.
Yeah, I know, but I take a hit.
You can disengage.
But if I disengage, I can't move because I already moved 30 feet.
That is true. You could disengage and just stay there, which would be utterly pointless, but, you know. Or you could take an attack of opportunity as you run the fuck away. It is your call. It might not hit you.
Can I try and hide behind it?
There is a corpse there.
You're not a corpse, you're unconscious.
I'm an unconscious body.
You're also still
That's
floating 30
fine.
feet away from it at this
Yeah,
point.
that's fair.
You want to try and hide behind it.
Yeah.
It is standing on this sort of strange dice-like block of...
But all I need is for it to pay more attention to them than it does to me.
You could easily try and hide behind this block of things. I'm not stopping you.
If you've not got anything else, I mean.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Cool, roll a stealth check.
14.
14. You, as you stab it a few times, fly over it, and try and hide behind it, literally behind it.
Yeah.
I need your first death saving throw, please. Okay.
I think that's like maybe the 4th roll I've made with this character.
Welcome to my games.
That's a 9.
Oh no.
Oh.
Fail your first death saving throw.
Thank you.
Oh no.
I love my flying dinosaur nerd.
Oh.
Jesus.
Well, what did Jesus do? Right.
What would Jesus do? You mean I will? I will
You can come back and
just
play.
come back. Yeah. But not till like March, April time. You know?
Yeah.
I think now the comma Jesus is just for the reaction to how they were treated in the game. My flying dinosaur nerd. Jesus!
Oh.
You are dragged 30 feet closer.
Oh no. Oh no.
At the start of its turn, each creature then 5 feet was succeed on a wisdom saving throw and takes psychic damage. You're within 5 feet of it.
14? I can't uncanny dodge psychic damage, can I?
Interesting question. I'm going to say no.
A dodge of the mind.
Oh, I'm rolling stupidly well.
It says half
Brain
damage taken on
training.
attack you can
She's
see.
been doing a lot of Sudoku, you know.
Can you see psychic damage? I'm going to say you can use uncanny dodge on this.
Thank
It
you.
is your reaction to use uncanny dodge.
Because
What the
if we
hell's happened
both
to you,
die,
Chris?
we're in trouble.
What? Yeah, but
Use
the only,
my dice.
Technically, it is just when an attacker that you can see is
Yeah, yeah.
with an attack.
I'm allowing it, but it uses your reaction. Uncanny
Yeah,
dodge
but
uses
it's not
your
going to
reaction.
move away from me, so not gonna
Probably
have
not.
a-
No, that's
yeah.
fine.
You haven't told me how much damage it.
Oh, it was 14.
So
You
7.
fail a death saving throw.
Yeah, I did, yeah. What, another one?
Yeah, you fail one because you took damage.
Okay.
Kithvir is now looking visibly awful, floating 10 feet away from you with this thing not looking at you, literally in between the two of you. As it pulls it close, it wraps its other arm around Kithvir and starts hugging them close.
Oh no.
And it is a genuine hug.
No,
It just wants to be loved.
no. That's
It
not
is
how
not-
love
No.
works.
None of that.
And it's just holding Kithvir's unconscious body close, and the head is sort of lolling over its shoulder,
It's a long neck.
looking at you.
Looking at me?
Yeah.
Who's looking at me?
Kithvir's unconscious face.
Fine. My go.
It is the end of its turn. It has what it wants. It is now hugging someone.
I'm going to attack it again.
From
From behind. Don't be in that one. Don't be in that one. Oh wait, is it
You're
with
worse than
advantage?
pro wrestling fans. Just turn on a dime.
Is it with advantage because I was hiding?
Yes.
Just in case I roll 20. No, but it's a 25.
25 points of damage. Well,
No,
25 roll.
25.
You hit. You absolutely hit it in the back of the head. I mean, God, were you going to miss?
Look at all those dice.
Yeah, sneak attacks are rogues, especially swashbucklers. They hit a lot.
31.
Well, it's dead.
Succeed.
Yes.
Succeed.
With your action behind it, you stab it, trying to avoid Kithvir being hugged close, and you do. And you manage to stab it, and it just slowly starts to just melt down, still holding Kithvir's unconscious body as
No, I'm gonna
grab hold of
grab
Kithvir's.
her.
Yes,
Hit
grab hold
them.
of Kithvir.
Sorry.
Grab hold of Kithvir's neck.
And I know you're gonna roll death save first, but I'm gonna try and shove a healing potion down their throat.
Your healing hands ability is an action, right?
Yes.
What a shame.
I would just like to, for the stakes, re-establish that I have failed 2 already.
It is this roll, and the action will be the potion to save your life, or you are dead.
Swell.
I know. D&D's a cruel place.
It's like an
Save.
18.
You're fine.
Okay.
I'm so glad it was an 18. Otherwise, the entire actions of that character was to cast a spell.
That I forgot what it did, and then I died.
Yeah, hey, you forgot what it did, and it was a concentration, so it dropped
And then
instantly.
it-
Shove a potion in Kithvir's mouth. Roll hit dice for them. Well, 2d4 plus 2.
Oh no. Okay.
7.
Yeah.
Kithvir, you have 7 hit points as
And-
you are revived.
Also another 6. That's all of my healing hands.
Sick. Thank you.
Well, we're out of initiative, so the two of you are standing on top of this block of land. Kithia, you are alive.
So, I know that like obviously it would have been better if I'd like healed you as soon as you went unconscious, but I just thought, it was better to kill the thing first. Oh. Have you ever been unconscious before?
We have to find the big one.
Okay. How are you feeling, though? I mean, like, do you actually feel like if we found it, you could,
Do anything about it?
stay not unconscious for more than, like, one lot of 6 seconds?
I don't know what else I can do.
Do you need another potion? Do you want one?
If you've got one.
Do you want one to have, like, on your belt, so that if you feel close to...
Honestly, I don't know whether... I feel like maybe I have like a quarter of my just general vitality.
Do you want to just, like, put it on your belt, and then, like, if you need it, you've got one?
I feel like if something big hits me, it'll probably just take me out in the one.
Well, at least if someone's near you, they'll be able to use the one that's on you. If I'm, like, miles away.
Yeah, thank you. I equip myself with one healing push.
Excellent. Kithia, you have a passive perception of 22.
I do.
Ahead of you, in between these other slight floating blocks, you can see an inky blackness. You know what that means. It's huge. Bigger than you've ever seen or read about.
What are you looking at? Because you look really troubled, and
the oncoming storm.
Right.
There's like another one. Yeah.
Another what? Well, like one of these things.
Yeah, but just imagine maybe like 5 of them.
Cool.
But only just in size. Only just in size.
5 times bigger than that one.
Try 500.
Yeah. About
Okay.
5. Yeah, about 5. You want to
Can
make
I
that
insight
check?
check that?
The center has to be at least.
Mine's a 12.
It's a 6. I'm not telling the truth.
Well, I like a challenge. So maybe fighting it isn't the best option.
I don't think so.
Maybe we just need to like persuade it to let our people go.
I heard a song like that in an animated film I loved once. Wait.
I'm just give me 1 second to just like I'm gonna second wind.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm going to...
Damn it. That was 4 out of potentially 11.
You're going to...
Out of my
Oh,
fucking pockets or something.
Yeah, out of your fucking pockets or something. Yeah.
The mystical pockets of fine. Yeah.
Those boys, yeah. I pull out a heavy leather-bound book.
Yep.
And open the spine. I'm trying not to crack the spine.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Open something really heavy and you just...
Felicitations and congratulations! I am the Book of Answers! Oh, it's such a pleasure to see you again!
How is there not a studio audience? It's time for Book
That is now canon!
Can I hear this?
You hear nothing! Kithia just opened a book.
Is now really the time for books?
What would you like to know today?
You look troubled again. but in a different way. Like you're kind of trying
I'm
to
not
hold
hearing a question!
feelings inside. Would you like a hug?
Could you just give me a little bit of space to think? For a second. I'm really
Sure.
sorry. This is
Sure.
a complex ritual. A extravagant battle of wits against this deeply magical item.
It's true, I am tricky.
Yeah, I know all about tricky magical items. I go sit.
You can sit on this thing, yeah.
Is the
fine.
fleshy thing still there?
Bits of it.
Prodding it with my sword. See, burn, burn, burn.
It's fleshy, it'll burn.
Yeah.
So, Kithir, what question can I answer for you today?
Do you know, I'd love to be able to give you the energy that you're giving me back. But
I'd appreciate that too. This is tiresome.
Womp womp.
I don't know. I feel like I should roll a Constitution saving throw. Ooh, it's bad. Well, yes. I mean, I can't necessarily give you the energy you're giving me back. This is more important than I can possibly make you understand.
Aha! The lightning round.
We're just working with two different energies here, Chris, and it's just...
And in your head you hear a diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle.
the lighting changes. All the pink glowing around you turns to dark blue.
They can
only
stay
in
with
your
no
head.
answers,
Only in my
or they
head.
can gamble. Should they gamble, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm going to use and ask the audience. What do you... No. Okay. This is more important than I could possibly make you understand.
I know. Can you hear the music? Dun, 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 dun. It's going in the background.
Only I can hear it. Like, my foot starts to tap to a rhythm.
My question is, are you...
not forewarned about the
My question for you is, are you talking out loud?
I'm talking out loud.
Right.
To my book.
The book has no writing on the pages.
There's going to be more questions later.
I'm gonna have to press you for a question.
That's funeral music. Stop it.
How can I save her and destroy it?
I don't know.
That is a complex question. Give me a second to formulate my answer.
If it's 42, I swear to God.
And your answer will be right after the break. We'll be right back.
Why would it be 42? That makes no sense.
the cheesiest music I have.
I thought that was someone's phone.
I thought
like,
someone
wow,
too, that's
how
what I thought.
rude.
She is in the belly of the nightmare. As are your friends' people as well, by the way. How fortuitous.
Do you know, I found out her name just like 5 seconds ago. Maybe 10.
Are you talking about me to me?
Have you considered that maybe one time this is not... Okay, I don't know. Have you considered that this is potentially not about you? This character doesn't know your character.
You're literally talking out loud, asking questions.
Do you remember when like 5 seconds ago, I asked you for some space?
Yeah, and then you asked me a load of questions. I'm getting mixed signals.
If Kithve had glasses, they just like push them up their nose. Kithve has glasses, they push them up their nose. They have
Canon.
like 1/8. They're a dinosaur. They have vision this side, but the glasses push up the front of their nose.
So what you're saying is you want to ask yourself questions, you want me to just sit here in silence?
I'm ignoring Char.
A nightmare is simply the worst fears made reality. So what if there are no fears? That's not a loaded question. I'm answering your question.
How would you feel if I answered your question with another question?
Excited. I love this.
I didn't ask you a question.
It's time for the double question round!
If one continued to be a petty mortal, how would one achieve fearlessness in the face of one's greatest fears?
Oh, that's easy. You just turn it off.
Your fiery friend has the right idea.
What did you mean by that, Char?
Are you done with me? Because I'm breathing in a lot of this air.
Would you just give me some space?
You opened me.
Wait, do you want me to answer that or do you want me to give you space?
Oh.
We're going to die.
Drawing a tombstone.
That's a great idea. I'll do my will. Yeah.
What did you mean by that, Char? My dear friend that I met very recently. My name's Kithfair. It's lovely to meet you.
It's great to meet you too.
You probably should have done that when you first met.
Welcome to D&D, Book of Answers.
I'm not here.
Well, like... Wow.
Engage with me, roleplay.
I can't.
Yeah, every session.
Like, you know, like if you see your worst fear right in front of you, and then like suddenly it's not as bad as you thought it was, so then you're just not afraid of it anymore.
What if it... Sometimes the thing that you fear the most isn't about you.
It's about someone else. Well, yeah, the thing that I fear the most is technically about someone else, but you know, I'm pretty certain it's not going to happen. So,
great. Can you offer me any help, or are you just gonna...
Well, what, like if you had to imagine like the worst thing you're ever scared of, what would it be? I'll tell you mine, if that helps. Does that help?
Fine, I'll listen.
No, tell me. No, tell me yours. It was only if like you needed to like build rapport to feel comfortable telling me yours.
I feel like we've been through a little bit together.
I mean, you went unconscious.
I did.
Do I need to be here for this? I'm just checking. You haven't closed me yet.
I'll be with you shortly.
Very well.
You're already here. And your book has no writing, you know. Is it just like a thinking aid?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't ask it anything. Not that you ever would, but, you know...
I don't read books.
If, hypothetically, someone that you loved very, very dearly...
Mm-hmm.
The music.
I faded his hand.
No, the book's still open. You leave that music on.
This is happening in my head.
Yeah.
Was maybe already dead.
Right. Guys, seriously.
Ludonarrative dissonance, Google it.
And it might be your fault. How can I work through a fear that I'm not the victim of?
Well, I mean, what you're actually doing there is putting the blame on yourself for something that you don't know is your fault, that you don't know has even happened. And to be honest, being afraid of that happening, which is stopping you from doing anything, is not helping. So just stop being afraid of it. If the fear stops you from acting, what's the point? Like, then it will become true. That's worse, surely. And also, like, if the person you love most in the world, you know, you accidentally burn them to death, you'll find someone else.
And if hypothetically you had value for like other people's lives?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't my choice to burn them to death.
Oh, you were speaking from experience.
She seems like a creepy weirdo.
Tell me, Book, is it time to announce the judges' scores?
I whisper, you said that, not me.
Look, all I'm saying is, like, sometimes you can't stop things from happening, but if being afraid of them stops you from doing anything to stop them from happening, that is so much worse.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And also, like, at least if we find her and you die, you know, wherever she is, then, you know, you die together. As someone just told me about 2 hours ago, something about death not being scary. I've forgotten the exact phrase.
You spend time, like, you know, linking things up together.
Linking things up and not letting people punch stuff. Yeah.
So apparently death is not scary.
I feel like there was more to that wisdom that I maybe haven't got the full benefit of.
Can I roll an intelligence check to remember exactly what Wasatra said?
Yes.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. That's a 20.
Death comes to everyone. If you can plan for it and you know it's happening, then what does it matter?
No, what she said wasn't any better than what I said.
Okay. I turn away from Char and close my eyes. Go back to the book, which is still making some little jaunty beats in my head, and how can we get to the people carried in the nightmare?
Well, we get eaten by it, obviously.
Are you talking to me or her? I'm confused too.
You're not the only one!
I'm going to adjust my question. If we happened to coincidentally get eaten by the nightmare, how would we get out again? Thanks, that did actually help. Rearrange my priorities a little bit.
Just don't be afraid.
I feel like there's a sort of a circular nature to this narrative, but thank you for your time, Book of Answers, and I close it.
Book of Answers.
As you close it, there's a faint fanfare and a "Your question has been answered."
Thank you for playing!
Book of Answers!
Sorry. Book of...
I'll do a sound clip of it for next.
Perfect.
The stat block for the Book of Answers will be available on the Adventurers Wanted Patreon.
It's not really a stat block, guys. It's just a thing saying the Book of Answers.
And if you want to know what it is, become a patron.
True.
That is fair. That will be
It's my item that means commune with the DM.
If you're using that as my nickname from now on, I'm not comfortable with it.
No, forgive me, you did say that you didn't like to read. Would you prefer
No.
Sword of
I didn't
Answers?
say I don't like to read. I just don't read.
I respect that. I don't
Nightmare
like
is
it, but I
floating up
respect
away
it.
from you, and time is fleeting.
Yep.
I think we should go that way and just get eaten by it.
I square my shoulders. Puff up my feathers.
Are you trying to mate with me?
No.
Like, the birds in our world, when they do that, that's like...
No.
Okay. Just checking.
No, I'm just trying to psych myself up a little bit.
Good plan. Good plan. That is cool. I like that.
Do you have one?
No,
I
I've got...
find them good for
Oh.
like...
Sometimes when I, like, glow my hair...
Fucking go for it. I mean, now's the time, right?
I mean, no, because it'll hurt.
Don't do that. Let's do it.
Great.
I extend a hand.
Perfect. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Yeah, just don't be afraid. It's all fine.
You both fly off towards the inky black. Cloud is too strong.
Pool?
Fleshy mass on the horizon.
Do you know what?
So much better than cloud.
The thing that's really unnerving in this world is how much, like, fleshiness there is.
You know, when it drips with Equi, it's so much worse.
Back in the worm.
Meanwhile, in the belly of the beast.
Can you both make wisdom saving throws, please?
Oh,
Back
really?
to that again.
I'm still conscious.
Yeah?
Cool.
Wisdom saving.
Just wanted to clarify.
No.
I'm still conscious.
You are.
Natural one.
Oh, God.
Natural 20.
Okay.
That's around 10 all around.
Yeah. Both ends of the scale.
Speaker,
Yes.
as you are again cocooned and again this portal appears and drops a body near where you are. You can see it through the film covering you. You close your eyes and just try to pierce through this. You can feel this weight on your mind. It is weighing you down. As you blink your eyes open, you realize that there is no room. There never was a room. You're floating in midair. Equi, you're still in a room.
Yeah. I presume it's dark and it's got chains.
Oh, no, you're not back in that room.
Oh, fine.
No, you're just comatose back in the.
Oh, fine. Yeah.
Comatose back in the flesh room.
And Speaker's no longer there. Or he's there.
You're comatose, you know.
Yeah, fine.
There's literally nothing around me.
Inky blackness all around you.
But there's no, like...
Things to punch now.
This is my last session, guys. This is bullshit.
Come on.
Can I see any beings of any kind?
Roll a perception check for me.
All right. 21.
Brilliant. You can see floating in the darkness around you other figures.
Mm-hmm.
And if you try and move closer to one of them, it's not Equi, it's just a humanoid, again quite reptilian features to it.
Mm-hmm.
There is a black tendril extending from the back of its neck. But around you is other black things. If you're on the back of your neck,
Yeah.
something there as well.
Yeah.
Probably the same thing.
Well, less of that, first of all.
You try and pull it off.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Grapple check.
Grapple check.
Yes, please.
Grapple check.
You are trying to break a grapple, so it is
Oh,
athletics
okay.
or acrobatics, please.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Yes,
I'm going to
please.
go with acrobatics.
Still cool?
Natural 20.
As you grab and pull, the voice comes in the back of your head again. Are you sure? You pull it out. And for the first time in a very long time, you feel like your mind is your own. and looking around you, this inky cloud, this inky mass, and it feels almost fleshy to the touch, like it's there but not there, is full of other creatures like you, comatose.
Yeah.
All with these tendrils in the back of their neck.
Right. Are these tendrils just coming out in a just
They sort of
various
float off about 5 feet and then seem to become part of the cloud itself.
become part of the cloud itself? So
Yeah.
there's no center mass, I guess is the
No.
way to describe it. Right. Just an ethereal cloud of nasty.
Yeah.
Cool. I'd like to look for Equi again.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
Of course.
Oh,
Not as
dude.
great this time. Afraid my luck's run out there. 7.
7. You find Copper. It's hard to miss Copper.
Good. Yeah.
Copper's a 8-foot tall robot. Like,
But Copper
is-
also has a tendril, right?
Yes, Copper's a tendril as well.
If I could take the tendril out of Copper, it'd be great to talk to Copper. It would really a nice long conversation.
Sure, grapple check.
Grapple check. Am I adding anything to this? Or no?
It's athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics or acrobatics.
Please.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, you try and pull at the back of Copper's
No,
neck,
it's.
and
Are you gonna say what that was?
Yeah,
No, you
I,
did, yeah,
yeah, I literally held up the finger. Yeah.
you try and pull, and you can't quite get it out. And as you do, you can feel around you the cloud is formalizing into more tendrils all around you. One of them appears to have an orifice that looks a bit like a mouth,
Yeah.
and it forms in front of you and goes, Ripley, they're mine. They're all mine. And I will have you back as well.
Show me your hub, your true form, and we can discuss this further.
Roll me a deception check.
It's not deception. He does want to discuss
Discuss
it.
it further. Very
Roll me a
intimate.
persuasion check.
Yeah. Well, don't worry, guys. My charisma is 7. So
will
I
be
think
fine.
this is going to go great.
Yeah, bring it.
I mean,
I'm afraid I'm burnt out on that 20.
you never know.
Give me your energy.
Who are you?
12. See, it would have been funnier if it was like really low, and
However.
great if it was really high. But here, everyone's
Yeah.
disappointed.
Yes. I rolled an 8.
Hey!
The cloud around you starts to thin out a little bit, and you can now see there are 50 to 100 people in this cloud all round. And as you guys move forward, you can see the cloud thin slightly, and you can see all of these figures floating within it.
Creepy.
And in front of you starts to coalesce, again, an amorphous fleshy mass. It's always an amorphous fleshy
Always
mass.
an amorphous flesh.
Yeah. It coalesces in front of you. Can I have you back? Now I've shown you my true form.
You will need a stronger argument.
Burn a key point to take the dash action as a bonus action. We're going to launch straight in a flurry of blows, if you're all right with that.
Cool.
Cool.
Fight the cloud.
Audience,
Yeah.
heads or tails? Heads? Did I hear heads? Heads, yes. Tails. I'm sorry.
Both of you fucked us. Both of you.
Cool. That is a 27 to hit?
27 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm guessing that hits.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah. D10.
11, 17,
I'm unconscious.
20.
I could have
You
helped.
take 29 points of damage as you are grappled, as multiple tendrils just fly around and wrap hold of you and grab you tightly.
Cool.
26 points.
Of just general damage.
Yes.
Cool. Am I still on the same hit points as I was when
Yes.
I emerged? Cool. That is 26, you say?
Yes.
I'm on minus 20.
Yeah, there's no minuses in 5th edition, so...
Yes, I know, but I just wanted to make it clear to everyone that this is bad and I hate this.
You are knocked unconscious as these tendrils suddenly just wrap around you. Ahead of you, in the cloud, you can see a figure that was free-floating, was diving towards something to attack, and you can see this central fleshy mass. You've never seen the center of a nightmare before. Why would it show itself in that way? It has no reason to. But it is enveloping and wrapping up someone in a very tight embrace. You're on the outskirts of it now. You are a good 100 feet away from this central mass. Initiative-wise, Char goes first. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess we just need to get eaten, right?
This is. It wants something. This is unusual.
Okay.
It would never expose itself like this.
Let's find out. I let go of your hands, and I can bonus action dash.
You can, yes?
So I can get 60 feet.
Yes.
Does anything happen?
You fly into this, and it's strange. You see these bodies hanging around you, ghostly, eyes glazed over, comatose, with this strange cord coming out the back. And as you fly forward, you can see the body that is currently being grabbed and twisted and squeezed is speakers.
Oi!
Great.
Next to you, as part of this coalesces into a mouth. Yes.
Let my people go.
No.
Sorry.
Bring it back to Prince of Egypt. Yes, good.
There can be miracles if you believe.
Why?
Well, why do you want them?
I'm hungry.
What are you hungry for?
Emotion. Fear.
Does it have to be fear?
Have you ever watched Monsters Inc?
Yes, I think it's a massive
Sorry,
no.
Have you ever watched Monsters
Monsters
Inc?
Emotionally charged moment, and I destroyed it. I'm really sorry.
Ever watched
Carry
Monsters
on.
Inc? I say as I put on a clown nose.
Do you want to use an action at this point?
Well, can we continue the conversation?
Yeah, I'm saying do you want to use a persuasion check on this?
Because that would be an action.
Correct.
Well, we haven't even spoken. I don't know what it wants or what I'm trying to persuade it of.
I only know of fear, and fear sustains me. Why would I try anything else?
Because fear is like the weakest emotion.
Now roll a persuasion check.
25.
Nice.
It pauses. If would you like to do anything?
I'm going to glide in if I can, and I'm going to look for anyone that I recognize.
You do. They're all here.
If I have the time,
Yes.
I'm going to look carefully at the way that the mouth is attached to each person, and try and work out if there's some way that I could possibly get it loose. I know I'm not stronger than this, but with the guidance that I've had from the Book of Answers, I know that if there's a way that I can do this through emotional strength, I'm going to look for any way that I could possibly get people loose.
Okay. Instead of brute force grabbing, you're in the dream. You can use your mind.
I puff everything up. My crest comes up, and I close my eyes and will to let my people
Roll me a wisdom check.
Whilst whilst effortlessly harmonizing with Ray Fiennes.
The devastating thing is that like I have an acceptable singing voice, but I also have like a sore throat, and I can't offer you anything right now.
That's fine. It's a copyrighted piece of music.
Oh
We
my
won't be able
God.
to get away with it.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 3.
It's alright, I've got a plan.
Was that just a straight wisdom check?
Yes, please.
It's a 7.
7.
I'm so afraid.
As you close your eyes and try and, instead of grabbing this thing which doesn't even really exist, you start thinking instead about how to just will the area around you into calmness. You haven't overcome your fear yet, but you realize that you are doing something. You are definitely weakening the area around here, but you're still very scared, as you said. You still haven't overcome your fear, and thus you're not managing to free anyone as yet. It is the creature's turn. It is confused. Speaker, what's your initiative modifier?
My initiative modifier is +4.
Cool. Speaker is released,
Thank you.
floating there. I don't understand what the other options are.
Well, can I show you?
Tendril snakes towards you. You allow it?
Mm-hmm.
Sucks onto the back of your neck.
Do
I can hear it in my head
Do
now.
I see this happening?
Yes.
I can hear it in my head now.
You can hear it in your head now.
Go on, try and make me scared.
Big call. Very big call. Very, very big
It's
call.
a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out.
But
This
you,
is why I took spare the dying. I told you, like this is why.
How did you take spare the dying? I'm on -20.
you're on nil, it doesn't minus.
I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Neither do I anymore.
God.
You wanted to show me something different.
Yeah, but, you know, just for comparison, first, try and make me scared.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, dice. Please. It's a 13.
Cool. You are in a fleshy room, surrounded by bodies.
Great. So we're in a room with dead people. What's your point?
Oh, this is just the holding area.
Right? What
I like
happens
to
next?
have everyone in one place, to imagine them all in one place.
But they are all in one place. They're like in your tendrils outside.
Yes, but something more physical.
Okay.
That way I can envisage each one. Want me to saving throw?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Fail.
As you are trying to will the area around you, you note that the free-floating body is definitely dying.
I saw this person free off the tendrils
Yes.
when we were approaching.
Yes.
The person that I'm currently trying to free is a member of
Your
the
tribe,
village
yes.
that I've grown up in.
Yes.
I let go,
Mm-hmm.
and it's incredibly difficult for them to do that. But if this person knows how to get free, maybe we can work together.
Mm-hmm.
I glide over
Mm-hmm.
to this big fucking
Big
person.
guy. Big
It's
guy.
really fucking big.
Yeah.
Really.
Real big guy. Yeah.
And put my little scaly hand, the back of your bald ass head, and cast Spare the Dying.
I gave you a healing.
You gave me a healing piece, and I put my scaly ass hand to the back of his head, and pour a healing potion into his gullet.
Is this going to work?
Yeah. 2d4 plus 2.
Amazing.
2d4 plus 2. Should I roll
It's
it?
up to you.
or-
Whoever. you want to roll it?
Okay, you already got your hands over your dice.
What?
No.
4 plus 2, 6.
6 plus 7. 6.
Get up to 6.
Which is what I had before. To be fair.
It's like nothing ever happened.
When I made my initial gambit. Yeah.
You
You think you're successful?
come back into consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
There's as described, Garrett
Archaeopteryx.
Yep. Cool.
Archaeopteryx.
looking at you. Just
Cool. Am I still grappled by some tendrils?
no.
Are the tendrils completely gone?
Yeah,
Oh,
that central mass is still there.
Ah, so good.
It's just right there. It's just right there.
I know it's right there.
Just right there.
How far away is it?
Oh, it's within striking range.
Yes!
Okay,
Oh
well
my
let's,
God.
Yeah.
well, let's finally burn that key point.
Hello, my name is.
That's totally what happens.
I'm going to burn 2 more key points
Yes.
after the flurry of blows. So if I hit on 2 of these, they'll be max damage.
Yes,
Yeah,
you have a school ability that allows you to do that.
yeah. So I'm just
Go
going to
for it.
roll 4 at once.
Go for
which is a bad idea.
Go on.
Let's see what we got.
Yes.
Oh, not bad. Lowest one will probably not hit is an 11.
That hits.
Good. In that case, all of them hit.
You just fly in, not even realizing that you are propelling yourself by the power of your thought. It's all just, I'm hitting this damn thing.
Okay.
And Super Satan the shit out of this thing.
Okay, so two of those hits do 10 damage apiece.
Cool.
Imagine if you were trying to have a conversation with something and then just some fucking guy just came in and punched them.
And
I'm the distraction.
and then on top of that, there's 9 and 7 on top of that.
It's another 16.
Another 16, yeah.
This
Ladies
mass...
and gentlemen, I punched something!
I mean, there's also esteemed guests is also an option. Like, I'm here too.
Oh, sorry, esteemed guest,
Yeah.
yes. That's all right.
And also other guests.
Sorry, my head was stuck in the book of answers.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
As you punch into this thing, you can see it recoiling and trying to, like, move away from you, but it is currently in a physical form and is struggling to break out of that because you're punching it so very hard.
Mm-hmm. Just let me know when I can punch again.
In your head, there is an audible wince.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not very nice being scared, is it?
No.
So go on. This is a room. Try harder.
It is choosing between self-preservation and wanting to prove its point. It wants to prove
Yes!
its point.
Really invested in the sound engineer of you.
What is Char scared of?
Becoming like one of the other Chars that can't control their abilities and just mindlessly kills people.
Ooh.
That's pretty fucking
Ooh.
valid. That's this.
You see yourself in the Nexus, and you are just murdering everyone. People try and hit you, you dodge out the way. Yeah.
Very good.
People try and get in the way of it, but your radiant energy burns out, and everyone, Iqui, Anya, Simon, Wisatris, all fall beneath your blade.
I've forgotten that Simon existed, actually.
Some shade on the DM while you're at it.
Oh, hey!
Yeah, the actor was on Secomon on Game of Thrones, so we had to like... This is what you could be, and this is what you are afraid of.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be this. I had the
But
option
this is
to
you
be this.
doing this.
Yeah, but I've seen me doing this.
I don't understand.
I've seen people who look exactly like me doing this. And I know that I could and I won't.
You're not scared of the thought that you could.
No, because I won't.
How can you be sure?
Because I'm sure of myself.
That stumps it. Completely. It tries harder. Roll me wisdom saving throw.
Not a one. 20.
It tries to make it worse. It throws in images of your parents. It throws in images of everyone you've ever loved and cared about, just over and over, the same people over and over again.
Dead. Already dead.
Yeah.
Not my real parents.
Yeah.
Cal
Outside.
would never die like that.
Outside, it's desperately trying to make you scared, and it is not achieving it. Outside, this big guy's just laying into the centre. And as you're watching this happen,
Jesus.
around you,
Oh
the
my
whole
God.
cloud is squinting in and out, and people sort of blink. Like the entire room full of people, the entire cloud of people all blink as one as they suddenly get nearly knocked out of it and back again.
Does it look like it might be distracted?
Yeah.
I'm going to look for someone in particular.
Roll me a perception check. You are good at these.
Don't say that. That's the curse for
I
us.
know. That's why I said it.
That is a 25.
Yes.
Which is only 3 higher than my passive perception. I'll
Fair.
just let you know.
Fair.
Yeah.
You find her. She is still semi-comatose, but she is blinking. Do you want to describe her?
She's the same body shape as I am, the same sort of reptilian face and feathers, but bright in the way that I'm not. And she like, well, I'm soft. I'm a reader. I'm a thinker. I'm a watcher. I'm good at what I do. I'm really good at what I do, but she's good in I was about to say good in a physical way, and I realized who I was in the room with, and all of you were going to go. But she's a fighter. She's
Steadfast.
strong.
Yeah, resolute. She tries to talk, tries to snap out of it, but is currently not managing to.
It's the same gesture as it was with Speaker.
Yes.
Just one hand behind the back of her neck, behind the back of her head, but one little clawed hand with a little wing on the end, just on her cheek. And I steel myself for a moment again, but I don't puff up. It's not about me this time. It's about her and the things that we are together. And I imagine us as we can be, as happy as we can be.
Roll me a wisdom check with advantage, please.
It's a 22.
She snaps out of it. The tendril is like violently expelled from the back of her neck. It's already twitching and really not with it as this continues.
Someone's punching.
It snaps away and snaps back, and she opens her eyes and just. Okay, where am I?
Ooh.
Words would be good, because I don't know where I am.
Ooh. Daydreams. Daydreams.
Hello, Equi, what's going on?
We're in a nightmare, but we're gonna be okay.
Right.
Because
Just turns, swords off the back, shing, just ready, like,
can-
where? Like, it's just,
everyone's in here. We have to do this.
Cool.
Let's go. I Do I have a action? You can say no. I will accept it.
What do you want to do?
I was gonna enchant ability because it feels pertinent.
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Yay!
Oh, I need to remember the pin to get into my phone.
Moment.
Fuck it. Okay, no, I'm not. I'm gonna give her aid instead.
Fine. She is
No
the
aid.
whirlwind of frightening fucking death that you know she is, as she starts just carving through this area, sword
so
out, just
big.
cutting tendrils. Steadfast, resolute, efficient. Speaker,
Yeah, got 2 key points left.
yeah, it's looking pretty fucking awful as
Okay.
you're just pounding this massive diseased flesh over and over and over
Keep
again.
going, Sam.
Yep, let's burn another one on Flurry of Blows.
Go for it.
That's the first thing. By the way, since Speaker has leapt in, he has made no noise this entire time.
Any point.
He's been trained to not make exerting noises.
Awesome.
See what we've got. Okay,
Oh,
one
that's
of them's
fine.
a natural 20, just flying.
This thing
Second
went
down is a natural 19.
Yeah.
Then we've got a natural 17, and then we've got 6 plus 7 is 13.
Yeah, they all hit.
They all hit.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's good. All right. Okay, let's roll some
Below a
damage.
10, Chaz, Jesus.
Let's roll some damage.
Yeah.
God, a little bit overexcited there. So that is 5, 5, 10, 16. No, 20. Sorry. 29.
That'll do.
And if that is enough, I'm gonna grab it in its sort of middle and rip it in twain.
Yes.
As you do this, just
And for the first time,
Amazing.
before you tear it asunder,
Ah.
2 things happen. Char.
Yeah.
It's trying so desperately to show you something that scares you, but you are steadfast against it. You are not scared of what it's showing you. I don't understand. What would scare you?
That's a very good question.
The whole area around you is flickering in and out of existence. You're getting vague senses of being back in the cloud again. It's barely hanging on.
I show. Can I influence this?
You try,
I show him the one thing he hasn't shown me.
which is
Me dead.
Equi.
Yeah.
You're still in chains.
Yes.
The chains have been pulling tighter and tighter and tighter. It is drawing every last screed of energy it can from you to try to keep its corporeal form.
Right.
And not achieving it.
Good.
The last thing you get as you're blinking in and out and you're starting to realize this is all falling apart is just it saying, never forget.
I'm going to kick back however I can, as hard as I can against that.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, man.
Yeah, no, this is the time.
Come on.
All right.
I mean, you might break the chains that bind you, Ed. Never know.
12.
You don't. You strain against the chains and just snarl back at that.
Yeah.
And as it fades out, you didn't defeat it. It's up to you how you take that.
Oh, I
But
know
it
how
is
I take
gone as you all. Those
Sorry,
of you that
I
were.
should probably roll a deception check because that's not true.
Oh,
Sorry.
I mean, it's got to be you alone.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, I see.
if you had been truthful, what would it have been?
I don't know. She doesn't know.
It's enough for me.
You're allowed to... Okay, fine.
No, no.
Sorry.
You have to say I don't know. That feels like... Anyway.
Of course, I'd say you don't know. What are you scared of? I don't know is a perfectly valid answer.
The fact is I do, and I don't think I was about to hide it. Anyway.
As it is torn asunder, and as you are all suddenly in just a floating pink cloud.
Just a nice, massive war cry into
Yeah,
the depths.
totally fine. You are all freed of this. You are surrounded by people. They are all either your kin or others of the dream.
So we don't recognise anybody. Right. I'm going to swim, move straight towards you.
If you think about it, you will go.
That's what. Yeah. That's what. So I'm just going over. Where the hell have you been?
I'm glad you're alive.
Me too.
Is it still is it still like corporeal, or is it just
As you
fading into
pulled it apart,
nothingness?
it literally tendrilled away into nothingness in your hands.
Okay, good.
Yeah. No. Then the next thing, if I see this, if it is evaporating, I see you looking as discussionary as you are. I'm going to fall over to you. I'm going to go over to you. That was brilliant. Thank you.
That's it.
Nice. Yeah.
I don't care about any of you.
What was the name of Griffith's character?
Alcona.
Alcona. We lost Alcona. Alcona brought us here. She's no longer here, and I don't know where she went.
I would love to engage with you in roleplay right now. I am not thinking about you at all.
Fine, no, fine.
I am.
No, it's literally just saying that to whatever part of you is.
I'm looking for my partner.
Yeah, cool.
Yes.
Okay. If you ignore me, I take the hint.
Yeah, no, just
That's fine.
I'll be with you in a second.
That's fine.
Yeah.
People ignore Equi. That's what happens.
Yeah. But I assume I find her because my perception is very, very good.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
flying through, cutting tendrils off people, and has now stopped and is nearby.
If you've never seen like a person with scales and feathers blush, I'm blushing.
No.
Look at all that blood! Look at all that blood!
If I can go to her and just, I don't think people without like dinosaur people without lips can kiss, but I just lay my cheek against hers.
The equivalent.
Yes.
The equivalent,
Fine.
the Archaeopteryx equivalent of a smooch.
That happens, yes.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I would like to hide amongst the other people that we don't know.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
You don't look much like them.
Yeah.
It's really bad. That's a 12.
My passive perception is 15.
Yeah, none of you are going to miss this.
Char, why do you scurry from us?
She's crying. A lot.
I didn't even notice. Shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm not paying any attention. That's the problem.
I reach back from Belmar, her name is.
Mm-hmm.
I reach back and reach out to you, and I can see that you're devastated. I don't say that, but I couldn't have found the strength without you, and extend my little claw hand to you.
Not being afraid doesn't mean it doesn't hurt.
Being afraid, but being stronger. Together.
Together.
Cool. You can easily make your way back to remnants of your village. As you do, you realise something you hadn't thought this entire time. Where did these three come from?
And Copper, we've brought Copper.
Oh, and
with us.
Copper's been dragged along, yeah.
Oh, and who's bringing Copper along? Is it you? No, it's Muggins here, isn't it? 7'5".
I get this strange.
Strength of 16, Muggins here.
I get
Well,
the strange sense, metal person, that you're in a place called Tel Aviv. Where is that?
Yeah, that's right. I'm in Tel Aviv.
I think you'll find.
I got highly profitable work, though I couldn't be here.
Highly. So,
I just picked that.
Copper's also there. You don't know where they've come from, and they're not from round here.
I get the sense that you're not from round here.
Did it really take you all this time?
No, but I have like social manners and stuff. Like
Where is here?
This is called the dream.
What is a dream?
This is like the bit between the portals.
you know when like two materials like make a seam and they're like overlay and they're just different.
You were sent here by Wasatris?
Wait, pardon?
The bit in between, when you step into one portal and then step out the other, the bit in between, we're there.
Wait, sorry, what?
Oh, shit. I didn't say that.
It appears that
how
some
we
discussions
travel.
are about to begin.
From one world to the other, to save people. Mostly. Mostly we save people.
I think we are destroying the dream.
What?
That's what
Alcona.
That's what Alcona said. Every
You
time
what?
we open a portal, we are destroying the dream.
You're making the portals.
Yes,
Well, not just us.
mostly us.
Well, no, like half us and half them, I think you'll find.
Who is them?
There's this really evil...
You're destroying my home.
Well, actually, I didn't know your home existed until about 5 hours ago.
I guess that makes it fine.
I'm not saying it makes it fine, but if you don't know you're doing something, you've never tried to communicate with us.
What are you going to do about it?
Well, I can talk to Wasatris, but she probably already knows and just hasn't told us.
This is my home.
We must stop.
My
We
people.
must stop.
If we stop, other people die.
Rather than destroying our realm that we know about.
And what of the mission?
What mission?
To stop the evil god taking over the world.
Yes.
No matter the cost.
I
Well,
do not
actually,
wish-
weren't aware there was a cost, so now that we know there is a cost, we can discuss it further.
I've seen what your discussion looks like.
Well, actually, none of us are in charge.
I do not wish to travel through the portals. Alcona made me see what we are doing.
How do you... Can you travel to different worlds?
Yes, they can.
How?
If you're asking me,
I mean, you did answer when she asked me a question.
sorry. My bad.
Can you?
You've travelled here.
Yes.
You just have to believe. You just have to... Sorry.
Second to the right, straight on till morning.
If you will something in the dream,
It's really slow.
Can I think really hard about a portal back to the Nexus? This is
Yeah.
way above my pay grade.
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
Roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Hope everybody enjoys a portal into nothing.
It's almost like a plan for this man.
Oh.
19.
wait, could you give me 5 seconds to see if there's anything I can do to stop him? Because if there is anything I can do to stop you, I will stop
No,
you.
but you're not going to know that he was doing that until...
It happens, I'm afraid so.
Yeah.
But there is an important distinction. As you think about going home,
Home.
well, current home, it's not a tear. Nothing's punching a hole through the dream to get from one place to the other. Just as you've seen them happen before, a natural portal opens and forms. In front of you is the control room of the Nexus.
How did you do that?
There, I have mastered their technology through the power of my superior I shall now return to the Nexus to discuss these developments with Visatris. I'm going now. You may or may not come with me. This place and its creatures disgust me. And then I'm leaving.
Mic drop.
I turn to Belmar and I say, you know when white men discover something that other people discovered thousands of years ago? Yeah. And then they go, oh yeah, I fucking smashed it, rather than just listening to the people that they destroyed the lands of.
It's just privilege, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is this
At least he's
destroying?
If you don't...
Is this destroying?
You can see the difference between asking for something and taking it.
Take me to where I came through. Wait, I can take you. Can I take her?
Yeah.
Them, sorry, them. Can I take them to where I came through?
Yeah. Are you going to go?
No, I'm not.
That's real. That's valid.
You can go.
Unless you say go with you.
Equi, are you just going to stay here? Come
Where
on.
are we going?
We're trying to find a solution. Come on.
Okay.
All three of you
Trying to go
hold
cat.
hands and float in a general direction for some time until you arrive at a very definite tear where you stepped through. You have to assume you don't know.
Oh yeah, shit.
And beside that is the Nexus again. At this point, there are quite a few people standing out the portal looking in. Like Anya's there going, hiya, what's going on?
Wait, wouldn't the portal be like miles away?
Yeah, it took a couple hours, but you managed to get there. I've sped things up for time purposes.
No, but we didn't open another portal.
No, the portal that you first stepped through is still there.
Oh, it's still open.
Yes.
This as a that's what the rip is.
Yeah.
Yes. And Anya's currently standing on one side of it going, everything okay? Oh, hello. It is a rather elfin, short woman with, her hair keeps changing colour and hairstyle.
Okay. Anya, just step in here for a
Hi.
sec.
I don't see why. I really need to. It stops falling straight down. Make it stop!
Think about stopping falling.
She's already fallen quite a long way and can't hear you.
Fucking foreigners. Dive bomb
The
down.
dream needs to separate from the Nexus. Brexit now!
I tuck in my wings and
You can
falcon
easily
dive
catch
to
up with her. I'm
get
not going
this
to
little
throw an
elf.
NPC into falling through the ether. No.
For curiosity, where did I emerge in the Nexus?
Same place.
So, just next. So I've just seen
Next to
Anya
it.
step through.
Yeah.
So I'm just.
The point stands! Lean back in again.
Yeah.
Oh, Anya.
Yeah, you can
Have I
easily
caught
catch and
her
bring her back up.
and take it back up? Yep. Like
Okay.
ask.
Okay.
Literally just fucking ask.
Anya, this is Kithia. You need to talk to each other about portals.
Hello.
We've got to talk about the
Hi.
portal.
Must be Balrog.
I'm guessing that you want to talk about portals.
That is what the lady said.
Cool beans. Can we do it in a place with a ground?
There is ground.
You're
Think
in a place
about
with
the
a ground.
No, I'm not.
Think like you're standing on ground.
Oh, go on.
No! There's no ground! No! Damn it!
If I can, I'm going to try and Have I encountered many people coming into the dream who haven't been in the dream before?
No.
Okay. Right. But I've probably taught children to walk before.
Yes, of course you have.
I put my little clawed hands on her shoulders. Right.
Yep.
Stop.
You're currently holding her up as well.
Stop. Relax. What you want to be real is real.
Two cool cogworky style things just grow around both of you. Just
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah. Please don't stop destroying it.
What?
Every time we send a portal, it rips through here.
Okay. That. Yep. I can. Okay. She just starts writing notes, and she's talking in vague terms that you sort of understand.
Yeah.
but
If like I'm a reader and a thinker, but I probably don't think in the same sort of
Oh God, no. She is technical minded.
like technicalities
So
that
the
she does.
third flange. Like it's that sort of.
Are you talking about toe bones? No. If I can help her in any way, I sort of like ask her to like run her hand on the tear
And the difference between that.
and
Yes.
feel the difference between a
That is
tear
fine.
and
The conversation is starting to be had. Let's see where it leads to.
Do you want to come have a look
where?
at our world? It's different to yours.
Is there a ground there?
Yes.
There's gravity and everything. Sorry.
I'm very heavy.
You'll be fine.
I mean,
Just-
I've asked a lot of you guys, I guess.
I mean, you don't have to. Just if you were curious.
Sure.
And we'll just like carefully close this portal so it doesn't tear. Sorry.
And Kithir, as for the first time in your life you step out of the dream into the real world.
That was a strength saving throw. I've never felt gravity before.
You have. There's gravity in the dream.
Fine.
It's just-
Okay.
But yeah, it's something. You can't think things into existence. What the hell is the point of this place? And with that, we're going to tie today up. Guys. Char's got to punch something.
Yeah.
You nailed
I
the
got to
nightmare.
punch something to death.
You destroyed the nightmare. It's very impressive.
With a 19 and a 20 as well. Like,
Yeah,
that's
well,
pretty.
yeah,
That's like,
Very nice.
that's all right.
Maybe there's hope after all.
There is always hope. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Always lovely to have you here and have another
I still like
adventure
that
in the
times,
crazy world
yes.
that is Omen. If you enjoyed tonight, the show is here on the first Tuesday of every month for this year because we have a residency. Thank you. We also run another show. It's called Mixtape. That's on the last Wednesday of every month. I know, keep up. And that is at the Market House in Brixton. What we do there is a pay what you decide show where we play a different game every month. Obviously, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons here, but we're trying to find different gaming systems that also work in a live gaming format like this. We've played Dread, some of you may have played. Last month we played Wizard Cops.
Oh, yeah.
We've done 10 Candles as well, and we will be shortly putting on Patreon for our Patreon voters to decide what game gets played for February. There are some cool ones in the mix there. Speaking of the Patreon, I wonder how that came up. Yeah, we have a Patreon. It is how we can support this and fund it, and means we have lovely microphones, and means we have all of this shit. I say shit, it's really important. I don't understand how any of it works.
It's quite important.
I don't understand how any of it works. It's just stuff. Yeah, without support of our patrons, we simply couldn't be able to do things like that. So, if you like what we do, be a patron. Be a patron gets you access to homebrews from our D&D games. I promise they'll be uploaded soon. Access to exclusive live streams, a chance to vote on what we play in mixtape shows, and a free ticket to every Omen. So, if you support us...
other things as well.
And other things as well! Sorry, I don't know very well.
You know what the other things.
Most importantly, since you get a free ticket to Omen by being a patron, all of that money goes straight to us. That is quite important. So, if
Will the Book of Answers be on there?
I will. Yes, I'll stand at the Book of Answers properly and put it on there.
Oh,
We are also on social media. On Twitter, we're Adventurous250. On everything else, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, etc., we are Adventurers Wanted. This game will be streamed tomorrow evening because we're not live streaming at the moment. We're recording and then live streaming because internet in here is not good enough. But yes, you can find us online in all of those places. But it's not just about us. there are 4 players to my left and right who have other great things they do and fulfilling lives. Would you like to share something from your fulfilling life?
It's not true, but okay.
Like you're doing a show. Do you want to
That
plug
is
the
true.
show?
Yes.
There we go, yeah.
I am in a show called For King and Country, which is an immersive.
That's for King and Country.
Oh, fucking.
Yes. No. Yeah. For King and Country, and it is an immersive show set in alternate history during the Second World War. Please come along if you would like to. It's at the Collab Factory, and it will be on from the 23rd of February.
Awesome. Okay. When I'm not being this campaign's Worf, tell me I'm wrong. I'm doing a lot of stuff out and about. There are 2 things I wanted to flag up which are coming up. One is this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday. I co-wrote and co-star in a show called Mistress to the Midnight, which is a Hammer horror parody. It's a very funny show. We've been doing it all around, and people seem to enjoy it. It is so it is on Saturday the 9th and Friday the 10th of February as part of Vault Festival. I will be handing out flyers, so I'm going to run past you and hand out flyers. The other thing is, in terms of amazing residency shows here at the Rosemary Branch, I'm in an improv group. We are called Jack Left Town. We do a show called Jack Left Town, the improvised rockumentary. And our next show is on Wednesday the 13th of February, 7:30 start, right here at the Rosemary Branch. It's a really fun show. So we do our thing, and then we've got 2 teams from the London improv scene who are also amazing. This month we've got Hoof and Lady Prov, who are both incredible teams. So
Excellent pre-Valentine's Day stuff.
Lovely. Very good.
I have a day job. But I'm currently learning to draw, so if you're interested in seeing really bad drawings that I've done, like one of George, they're on my Instagram, which is emma.rose2.
Lovely. That's where
I am a skilled leather worker and saddler.
He's just won an award.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple. I just won the entry that I entered into the National Saddlers competition, and also won Best Bridal Work in Show against people who have been in the industry for twice as long as I've been alive, which is insane. If you would like to commission me to make beautiful things out of leather, you can contact me on Instagram at _leatherwork, which is FAROUCHE_leatherwork.
Thank you very much, Chris. Lovely. Can I have one last round of applause for our players? For Chloe on sound.
Please take your empty glasses downstairs, by the way.
Yes, please take your empties now. Go away. Thank you.